Hello, everyone. Before we start today's amazing episode of Have a Word, we've got to quickly tell you about our tours. We're on tour.
I'm on tour. Dan's on tour. Tickets for my tour. I'm going all over the UK. AdamRowe.co.uk. Tickets for his tour at DanNightingale.com. A lot of these shows are sold out. Some are being added in cities that aren't currently listed. Keep checking regularly on AdamRowe.co.uk and DanNightingale.com. And also, before we get to this week's public episode, we've got to tell you about our Patreon page, the biggest Patreon membership in the UK for a reason, starting from just £3 a month. What did they get?
Great value. They get a Patreon exclusive every Wednesday, which is unfiltered, have a word bullshit. Just me, Adam, and the boys. And it's the best podcasting we do. And then on top of that, the world famous Have a Word Patreon specials. Once a month, we do some fucking mental stuff. The classics, the lock-ins were amazing, weren't
The
they?
roast, blind date, the Nashville, Amsterdam, the ghost hunts. There's so many of them. There's a new one every month. But if you sign up right now, you also get access to the entire back catalogue. And that's on top of early access to these public episodes. Go to patreon.com/haveawordpod. Sign up right now. And from just £3 a month, you get access to the entire content list we've just given you. Go and do it now and join the biggest Patreon membership in the UK and one of the biggest on the planet for a reason. And then come back to this episode because, to be honest with you, it's going to be a belter.
Wag wag leads, you're listening to the funniest podcast in the game from the heart of Liverpool with Adam, Dan, Sensei Carl and Finn. This is the one and only Have a Word.
Brought to you by Manscaped, the very best products on the market for below the waist grooming.
Go Ed, get on me.
He's good. His podcast good.
This
Is
podcast? This is a good podcast.
A very good podcast. Welcome, Have a Word, very good podcast. Making many har, very funny.
And what's happened to your poor arms?
What? What do you mean?
I can't.
You can't even see them?
No.
I'm hiding like a green beret.
See your hands.
Why are you wearing a camouflage jacket then?
Actually, I'm really feeling it this season. It's autumnal, straight up the bumnal, and I'm really going for a camo motif. You know, I did an ASOS order for a very specific reason. I thought it was a bit of a hoo-ha laugh. And now I'm feeling it, you know?
Is it a bit of a clue for something?
What?
Maybe it's a clue.
Well, I bought some kit for a thing, and now I've realized I like the kit. So thank you for all your compliments. I can see your derogatory stares. And I think
it's not a
jealousy.
derogatory stare. I just think it's probably the biggest I'm not from Liverpool thing you could wear.
Cool. But I mean, I've literally every time I've opened my mouth for the last 3.5 years, you're like, lads, you are so not from fucking Liverpool. So this
I've
is
said
just
that so many times.
This just adds
like
to
that.
it. This adds to it. Your Mars Biff. I get
Mars?
like no. I still get
Space Biff.
I still get. You know when you have after the fact, you have like little shudders of like for some reason I've got that stuck in my head where you're like, fucking hell, Dan.
Your Mars bloody Biff.
Your Mars Biff. Anyway, I'm not from Liverpool, everyone, but I'm in the TA. I've signed up.
The Territorial Army?
Yeah, who knows what's going to happen? Yeah,
Nothing's happening in the world right now. It's quite a safe world.
It's a tinderbox with Hamas and Israel. You know, that's a worry. When does that spill over to Coventry? I don't know.
So
Anyway, when it kicks off, no one's going to be able to see me apart from my hand.
What are you doing in the TA, Dan?
What?
What are you doing in the TA?
Reconnaissance. Yeah.
Paintings.
Yeah, Renaissance paintings.
Who fought for the majors?
Oh my God, I can only see hands. Who's doing that painting of a Rubenesque lady? I don't know what Renaissance painting is.
It's a painting from the Renaissance era.
Oh, well, if it's a painting.
The 60s, Dan.
All right, okay.
Someone love.
This is what I know about.
Painting them to someone love. That's why they're all fucking in them.
Is
They've got the
Raph-
dicks up in the tits. Fuck off. Look at
Is
these.
Raphael Renaissance?
all the Ninja Turtles.
Rafael Benitez, yeah. He's a Renaissance painter.
Right, okay.
All
Right.
the ninjas.
Right, well,
All the Ninja Turtles.
Oh.
yeah, that's the reference. He's right. Leonardo,
Turtles in a
Donatello.
half shell.
Yeah,
Leonardo, Raphael, Donatello, and Michelangelo.
yeah. They liked Rubenesque ladies, didn't they?
Is that fat?
What's Rubenesque mean?
Thick.
Stupid women.
Original pork.
Paint all them stupid women.
No, thick double C, not with a K. That's offensive.
Thick as in a juicy bagaboozy.
That's what they used to say. Michelangelo was like, look at this, a Jews, a calaboose.
Call him Gabagoose.
I go, oh, I'm fucking painted over here. This girl got a great ass. That's what they were like.
I heard about who's the cunt who painted the Vatican?
Your granddad, maybe?
No,
He plastered it.
His sister's chapel.
Leonardo da Vinci.
Michelangelo, wasn't it?
Michelangelo.
Yeah.
Did Da Vinci do
It's
the
Mike
ceiling?
Angel.
Huh?
What?
Da Vinci didn't do the Sistine Chapel.
He did the
No,
ceiling,
Da
didn't he?
Vinci painted
No,
Jesus and his
Michelangelo
boys,
did the
didn't he?
ceiling.
Oh, he did the boys, yeah. The fellows.
Michelangelo did the Sistine Chapel,
Yeah.
but apparently he was a cunt. I know, like, you were meant to separate the art from the artist, and
Yeah.
that, but he's a miserable fucker.
Who heard that off?
Yeah, he used
From
to.
the woman who told me about
Oh,
him.
right.
Oh,
He
she
used-
knew him, did she? Yeah.
He used to cheat at Uno. He was a right cunt. That's a fact. Well-known
How'd you
fact.
cheat at Uno?
But they used to just call it one. What?
How'd you cheat at Uno?
What?
So all the
I
reverse.
don't know. It's been silly, Carl. Don't make me fucking fact check my own
Does
bullshit.
this woman know Michael? Is his name Michael
He
Angelo?
was a well-known gobshite, Carl.
Yeah, she must have known him. She called him Mick, so they were familiar. Yeah, that Mick, right cunt. Anyway, good at painting and not about shag. Does he phone you? Does he fuck? Anyway, moving on. Massive gaff, this, isn't it? St. Peter's Basilica.
This is her first time there.
What?
Yes, that's like her first time there.
No, I've been doing this tour for fucking time. Anyway, follow me. No spitting. Apart from on me, because I'm dirty.
Wow.
What's this woman's name then?
I think I might have had too much coffee.
When you order an espresso, I was so confused.
I think I've had too much caffeine.
When you get an espresso, do you normally get a single or a double?
Is that a double?
It was a double, yeah.
Oh, Lord. And I had a sugar-free Rebel on the way.
Heart palpitations yet?
No, but I
No?
feel fucking great. And that's life in the TA. You know, I've got to be ready. What?
What's your favourite gun?
What's my favourite gun? Okay, not that I'm like buying time. Magnum P45.
A
Most powerful handgun in
in,
the world.
a Magnum in the TA.
Magnum P45. That's when I shoot you. You've got no job.
Have you ever done a gig for the TA? I know you've done a gig for the returning soldiers, but have you ever done a gig for the TA?
What?
Have you ever done any comedy for the TA? Like,
What did I get?
I did that Christmas do
No, you didn't.
2 years in a row.
They don't get a Christmas do.
They do.
They just meet up on Tuesday nights. Fuck off.
I spent the millennium at the TA.
What?
Do you know when we ticked over Y2K, all that? I
Yeah.
was in the TA barracks celebrating. I'm not even messing.
He's told me this before.
Why?
Right, there's two stories here, but they're going to be equally TikToked. Which one are we telling first?
Go with Mr. Rowe.
No, go on, Carl. You can go
My
first.
brother was in the TA.
But what, Scary Paul?
I mean, he's not a Spice Girl, but yeah.
The big one,
Paul,
who's
the
sound with
only
me,
brother
but I
I've met.
wouldn't fuck with.
Yeah, he was in the TA.
Right, okay. Well, let's not take... Is he still in there?
No, he's grown up now.
How... What?
This
They
was
need men.
23 years ago,
They
wasn't
need
it?
men for the TA,
What?
don't they? You mean he was in the cadets?
No, he was in the TA. The
But
kids.
the TA is adults.
No, but is
No, but
any-
you look
Hang
at
on,
me
you
like,
think-
lad.
He's in his 40s. There's no grown men who go to TA in the 40s. I hope not. Are there?
Oh,
What are you talking
my
about?
God.
Oh my
and I tell you
God.
what, here's proof, because he played to them at a Christmas
Do you
do.
think the TA is just like the under-21s?
No, I thought it was like it was something you did, and then you go into the real army when you grow up.
No, it's like the Olympic football team. It's mainly under 23s with a couple of paedophiles.
That's what I mean. No respected man in his 40s goes, "We want TA."
Well, I did the Christmas do 2 years in a row.
Oh, shit.
And the first year I tried to take the piss out of them for being in the TA and not the army. And they do not like that because they want respect. They're like police community support officers in that they're like, you should respect me, the same level as a police officer, but nobody does. But they've got no humour about it. Like, we can laugh about police community support officers, but if you take the piss out of one to their face, they're not a big fan of it. I did that the first year and it did not work. And I bombed for like 20 minutes.
They were ready.
The only person in the whole fucking room who's ever dropped a bomb, mate. Bunch of shit houses. Joke. And then the year after, I went back because they asked for me back, and they were like, "Yeah, no, we liked him. You know, he was just a bit much, a bit on the nose, but like we thought he was sound." So I got asked.
There's a great review of your comedy.
On the nose.
So I did it again and bombed again because I thought like they've asked me back. They probably liked it, but just didn't want to laugh at the time. So I was like, last year you didn't like it when I called you all fucking toy soldiers, did you? You bunch of fucking little plastic green little army men. And they were all like, what are you doing, mate? We gave you the second crack at this.
Like
Isn't
Ricky
it
Gervais at the Golden Globes, going back for more.
Isn't it their job to go, "There's a war"? That's their only point. Like
No.
they just go, "Hey, real men, there's a war."
No, they get told there's a war,
No, they see the war happening and go. They run back to the army and go, "Boys, there's a war," and then they stand behind them.
The messengers.
Where do you think the TA are based? Because it's Chillwall, you know. They're not like in war zones.
There's one in Daisy, wasn't there? That's what I went to.
The Daisy TA? Nails.
Daisyborough. It's your
Oh,
fault.
sorry. Yeah. We're in the Daisy TA, mate.
Well, there's a new build of houses in Daysbrook, and all of the roads are named like Sergeant Way and Corporal's Corner.
That alliteration, Sergeant Way, you know. You have to go for another one.
Sergeant Way, Corporal Corner, Commander Avenue.
Commander
yeah.
Avenue, I think, is one of them.
Yeah, like it's like,
Fuck off.
Cadet Road is one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Genuinely.
And
There's bodies.
so they used to be
Waterboarding lane. It's, you know.
there used to be a genuine training base there, and it got knocked down to build these houses because obviously it was peacetime.
Oh, and since then they've been out just underground, like the A team. But if you need help anywhere near Daisy, you know who to call. Carl's brother. No?
Well, the thing is, apparently a lot of weird things happen around there.
Yeah.
And my mate's autistic son screams blue murder every time they drive past
That's
it.
the Arctic Monkeys, definitely. Come on.
My friend's autistic. I nearly said blue son. Go on. Right. So what goes on that's weird? I am high. What?
Apparently there's bodies under there.
Yeah.
The TA have buried? The fuck are you talking about?
Adam, have you been told that?
Yeah.
So there's territorial army ghosts.
No, not
on the
ghosts of
stick.
the army. The army put them there, mate. Like Hank Schrader.
No, so is it the real army that they were there, or is it just the TA base?
I've got to be honest with you, Dan. My knowledge on this is limited.
It used to be a former TA barracks.
Do you reckon your brother killed anyone?
You haven't told me if he did.
Right.
He does make that noise.
They're
when
not
he goes
even
past
allowed guns though. So how are they killing people?
them. Bare hands.
Oh, right, yeah. Now you're having a munch bunch, everyone, and you deserve it. But let's train how you kill with a spoon. Right, so you finish your munch punch, you're not wasting that. The attacker's coming to the neck, kidney. Finish your munch punch. Yeah. That's Tuesday night. Bury the body under there.
Yeah, they go to Tesco on the
And
corner.
no one will ever work out when it's renamed Human Burial Ground Road. Hide in plain sight. Unlike you lot, you've got to hide, under things and around them. Camouflage. Don't hide in plain sight, you'll get shot. That's stupid. That's the first rule of the TA.
Imagine doing that in the army. I'm playing, I said, blown up.
Why are you wearing that Liverpool away kit, Steve? I'm hiding in plain sight. They won't see me. It's bright yellow, you fucking knobhead. Oh, my God.
The Russell Brand tactic.
I'd join the TA, just for a laugh.
We should do that as a special. We all join the TA.
It will be particularly special.
I did go a couple of times when I was a kid.
It's so good that you got out alive, man.
I just didn't. The way they spoke to me, I just couldn't handle it.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah, same here.
It's just, I don't get it. Like, it's 2023 now. It wasn't then. That's what you said.
Hey, mate, it's 2023 in the future.
That's why you got chucked out. Hey, what are you doing? Corporal Row. Hey, it's 2023. It's fucking not. It's 2001. He's fucking mental. He's either time traveling or he's fucking stupid. He can't be trusted with a munch punch. You know what I mean? Dangerous.
What has to happen for them to get
Is that
called
done
up?
now?
No, it's your spit.
Good.
Why would you not put your own spit back in your mouth?
Why didn't I just put it on the floor?
What has to happen for...
Hey,
Do you want me to have some Diet Coke and I'll dribble it into your mouth? And I'll be like, that's how that mummy bird feeds the chicks.
No, I don't want that. I don't want that. I mean, I like it when we're closer, but that's too much.
Adam, as a former, what would you say?
Soldier.
Soldier.
A veteran.
Adam celebrates Veterans Day. Goes round and he's like, I'll have a free Nando's, please, sir. I was in a TA 3 times, mate.
Thank you for your service. And do you have any allergies?
Stolen valor.
There's no need for the way these fucking Sergeant Major couldn't speak to people.
Like Sergeant Majors.
Yeah. Like, hey, you do this. It's like, say please. What, just because you've got a better act than me? You get to talk to me like shit? Fuck off, John.
I think it's fair to say that the Army cadets, if they're sort of trying to filter out who's going to be suited to actually serving in the armed forces, did a job there with you, didn't they? Like, if you'd have ended up in that sign-up office, I think it would have been a fucking nightmare. You'd have maybe got 4 days into like basic training and then just gone, nah.
I need the last week of July off, John. I'm going to Mykonos.
Hey, Sergeant
We're
Major.
at war, Adam. I don't give a fuck, mate. It's all inclusive.
Is the war in Mykonos? Because I'll go.
Can I be put somewhere that's, got an all-inclusive war-wise? Because I only do
war. World War II.
9 to 5, Monday to Friday. I'm going to need the weekends to myself.
But Adam, what has to happen for the TA to be called into action?
They have to be in
I think they are literally
ground war.
like it's if people come to the UK, this is our territory, so they never go abroad. It's only if it ends up here. And I am making all this up on the spot, by the way. But I feel like I'm right.
Yeah.
Even though no one's ever told me this, I feel like I'm right.
Go on.
I think it's our territory, so they have to be here, and it has to be like last resort, like they've
Yeah. All the army's dead.
Oh, hang on. If we get invaded and there's actually people on the ground, it's not last resort. The TA will be literally jizzing their knickers. This is what we train for. They'll be in. I even think the TA go on deployment abroad, I think.
My brother went to Gibraltar. I remember that when I was
Maldives. Yeah.
Yeah. So it was great.
Yeah, defend the rock.
Totally
Just
irrelevant.
to defend the rock.
He was there as well.
him and Kevin Hart.
No big
Now we've
news.
got a special job coming, Paul. We need a bodyguard for the Rock and Kevin Hart.
Whoa, where is it? Gibraltar.
I bring a lot of munch bunch. It's going to kick off. He's a big star. It was just Spanish people going, please, can we have it back, please? It's definitely ours. And everyone like, no, it's not. It's our rock.
Why is it ours?
What? Because it's at the point where Spain and Africa, it's like the thinnest point of the entry to the Mediterranean.
Tenerife,
Isn't it?
innit?
What?
No, Tenerife.
No, that's way off in the Atlantic, isn't it?
I thought that was Spain and Africa.
No, as in the north coast of Africa gets very. So if you control that bit, you control the Mediterranean. So we were like, I think we've got British people there. That's ours. And I don't know how we've managed to keep it.
Is
but
it still ours?
Yeah,
Sick. So I can just go there.
yeah,
Passport free.
yeah.
No.
What?
Shaking heads.
You can't fly to Gibraltar passport free. Would you not just need ID? Oh, shut up, James.
You can if you threaten the people at the airport.
There you go.
Or you've got your own plane.
You can fly anywhere if you threaten well enough.
Or you've got your
I'm
own
going to
plane.
America. Well, I haven't got a passport. There's a gun. And I'm eating a munch bunch, so be fucking warned.
Yeah, but you give them your gun.
What?
You got 2 guns.
Yeah, that is a mistake, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the
you
unloaded one. It's
if-
me bazooka.
if you-
Fly the plane, cunt.
Yeah, if you threaten anyone with a gun, don't put it down and go, look at that, touch that. What's that? A gun. And I've got it. Oh, you're holding it now. Touche.
I think we all joined some kind of armed forces. Navy.
Oh, I'm definitely going.
RAF.
Oh, hang on, I want Air Force.
Why?
Well, my granddad and my uncle were in the Air Force.
You can barely drive your car. Never mind.
What do you mean? I'm the best driver here, clearly.
You pointing at me for? I drive a lovely time with my car. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, well, I'll
Have a lovely time.
I drive a lovely time. Beep, boop. No, you're not allowed to
I wonder if
fight a
there's any
jet.
course records I could break in the sky. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there will be. I mean, there's every course record if you just make them up and pretend you've broken them. That's the way to do it, isn't
You
it?
told me I'd broken it. And then you took it
I
back
know.
because you couldn't beat me.
I know. Damn that new watch. The Red Bull Air Race. I think that's a track in the sky, isn't it? They like have little one-seater, really fucking nifty little ones. They're all they're higher on caffeine than I am right now, and they go wow, fucking what through an
I can do
inflatable.
that. You can't crash into walls in the sky.
You what?
Well, you can.
I mean, famously, you can.
You can, yeah.
Yeah. It'd be good marketing for Red Bull though.
It's a good
What's
market.
sponsoring 9/11?
It'll be the new one. 11/11.
The 11th of November, or?
I don't know.
Is that the only way that can be? Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking stupid Americans with the backwards dates.
Etta tried to kill me.
What?
My 6-year-old tried to kill me.
Is that a new podcast you're starting?
Yeah.
Spoon.
Yeah. Not with a spoon. We don't give that bitch munch bunch. She's not trained. She lost her temper so much. I genuinely saw in her eyes that if she'd have had a weapon, she'd have used it against me.
What did she do?
Never.
What was the attempt?
It was Tuesday night. She was the most revved up I've ever seen her. Her and her mate Jasmine come back from school and then they go to this dance thing. So she's already keyed up because she's got a bezo. And they are little bezos. It's really cute. Jack gets hyped up because he's like, fucking hell. So it's just Tuesday nights is bedlam. And they went to the dance thing, they did it, and they come back, and it was just hyped. But Jack was pretty chill, and Jasmine was pretty chill. It was just Etta that was like fucking keyed up. And I heard her mum.
She's found your coke stash.
She's, oh my God.
Possible
that
that.
would be instant divorce. I did have some edibles in the house the other week, but I was like, what damage could that do? It's just a big nap in it. Which honestly, at the time, I would have loved to just force feed her edibles. She needed it. So it was just Etta. I heard her mum go, could you just chill out, stop screaming? She was screaming. She was so excited. This is just in the house. And then I'm stepping in going, I'm like the second line of defense. I came in, I was like, Etta, darling, stop screaming. I've heard you be warned 5 times. I've had to now tell you 3 times. It got to the 4th time. One point, she was so revved up. And I was like, I'm not going in like shouting. I was like, darling, just calm down. Everyone's chilled. Jasmine's chilled. Jack's chilled. You're revved up. She was like, no! Like, I don't know what was going on. She was either tired or sugared up or just too excited. And I was like, listen, otherwise you're just going to bed now and you're not even going to get to say goodbye to Jasmine, who's getting picked up in a minute. She was like, no! And then she said something to Laura, and I can't remember exactly what it was. Like, Laura warned her. And she was like, no, I won't. And I went, right, cool, you're going. And it's the first time I've ever had to be like, I was like, right, you're going upstairs. And she was like, no, I'm not. And I was like, I just thought me standing up. She was on the stairs. I thought me just standing up and going, right, you're going, would make her go, oh shit, yeah, I will go. And she just went, no, and sort of just like planked. And I was like,
Clever.
I was like, oh. So we're never physical with the kids, obviously. We've never had to be. She's only fucking 6, right? But do you remember as a kid, as a kid,
You don't want to do it, but you want the threat to be there. Do you know what I mean?
Just-
Shadow box.
I'll just faint. So my dad never smacked us on. I don't know where you're like. My mum never hit us.
My dad never touched me.
I know he didn't.
My dad was scared of me, you know what I mean?
My dad used to lift my arm up so I was stretched and then hit the back of my legs.
Finn.
Huh?
Sorry, Dan.
What did you just whisper to me, Finn?
My dad hit me with a lightsaber.
That's a podcast.
A real one?
No. Toy one.
He said to me, my dad battered me.
With a lightsaber.
Oh, but it's
For
Use
the
the
laugh?
force.
Were you having like a fucking zoom? Or was it like you'd done something wrong and he was getting you?
Was he rough with your brother and your sister, or was it just you that
Are
got
we
that?
doing therapy?
What's
Okay,
his
one
first? What's his name again?
minute. Memo.
Darth Memo.
I am your father. I am your
Just the Turkish way, innit?
Yeah, do you know what? There's been a lot of acceptance of some of your dad's bullshit
Yeah.
from just going,
It's a Turkish
he's
way."
Turkish.
So, what did the Turkish army use lightsabers?
No, but I don't
Was the
think so.
light? Here's a question: was the lightsaber yours or his?
Do you know what the best bit was? It was a red one. It was a dark
I was gonna say,
side
is it
one.
red?
Yeah, it was a.
Even
Was
though
it yours
it
or
was,
his?
it was Count Dooku from
That's
the
a good
second
question,
one.
actually.
Was it yours or his?
Right, I'm going to get lightsaber.
He just talks like that.
Was it yours or
Is
his?
he Northern Turkish?
Yeah, yeah.
You're all right.
He is-
Listen, it's a bit different for
Was
me.
it your
He
dad's
is farmer
lightsaber?
Turkish. Like he's the equivalent of
I
Bristol
think it was, you know.
Right.
in Turkey. No, it was my
Oh,
lightsaber.
bollocks.
I was scared of my dad, and I don't ever want my kids to be scared of me. And I think you're right. I don't think Etta is scared enough.
Yeah.
Because I like lifted her and forced her upstairs. Then she just gave up and she sort of ran to her room. And I was like, get in your room. And then she started trying to open the door. And I was like, you're just going to have to do a timeout. But she wouldn't have stayed in the room. So she kept opening the door. So I was literally in the door and I was like, I'm now shouting, which I don't do a lot. I was like, you are staying in this room. And she started running at me. Have you seen online those one-on-one drills in the NFL
Yeah.
or in like school football where they get one player, one's got the ball and you're in a corridor and you've just got to twat through or get past the next person. She tried it 5 times in a row. And I swear by the 5th time, there was like a fucking craziness in her eyes where she was just fucking running at me. And I honestly think she would have, if she'd have gone, cool, this is like an axe. She's like, oh, I've got to use. That's why you don't give 6-year-olds axes.
What's her punishment? That's got to last a week for me.
So I ended up like,
Cage doesn't seem like such a bad idea now, does it?
I know, man. Yeah. So I closed the door and stayed on the landing. Jack is now old enough that he gets that this is a major boot off, but I could also tell that he was like, that bitch in trouble. so Jack came up and he was like,
Yeah, you're buzzing at
he was like literally like, Etta crying. I was like, she is. And I know that she's now listening. She's like wailing like a widow. Like, she's so angry at this point.
Finn's dad.
And
Where's my lightsaber?
and he was you could tell he was like, I'm good though, aren't I? Yeah, I'm probably your favourite. What do you want to do? Do you want to play or something? I don't know. I need to be within earshot just to hear how badly this goes. But I'm pretty chilled out. I've never seen her that fucking angry. And then Laura had to go in. And at one point, she was still so upset that she tried to throw herself off the bed. It's the most mental like temper I've ever seen. And she's 6. And I fear for our futures because when hormones hit, it's going to be unbelievable.
And what's your punishment?
So Laura is like, you know, the hostage negotiator. She's like the one.
Sean Connery.
Yeah, I can't do that. I'm not good at it. And also, it was me and her that had the kickoff. Right. So Laura went in and basically gave her a more controlled bollocking. Like, went in and went, that is unacceptable. You tried to basically hit Daddy. And that is never acceptable. And she was still upset. She did a good sort of 10 minutes of calming her down. And then Etta came in to me to say sorry and hugged me crying. But it was one of them hugs where you're like, she really was like, she just lost control. I've never seen anything like it.
No dancing next week, that's what I'd say. Jasmine's not coming round.
Yeah.
There's got to be some consequence.
It should be. There was a tuck shop the next day. They do like a weekly tuck shop at the school and she didn't get any money for that. But now I'm thinking it's probably not enough punishment.
You're not going dancing next week and Jasmine's not coming around? And you've got to make me a lovely
Cake.
Right.
Yeah.
From scratch on your own. No help, no recipe.
No eggs.
And until you bring me a perfect cake, this punishment continues.
No dancing for you, mate.
So that's being grounded for 11 years. I honestly, if I had to make a cake that a 6-year-old mate, that would be more punishment for me than anyone.
Yeah, you're going to clean the kitchen.
Never seen anything. I'm genuinely, it was like, oh, fuck, I'm quite scared of.
She needs to learn that behaviour will not fly in Cassidy Nightingale.
Yeah. Unbelievable. Good luck, everyone.
Did you win the...
Good luck. When you're dealing with this, I'll have kids that hate me. It'll be great.
Wallace is dead easy. Just pick him up.
I know, but you're definitely having babbers soon, aren't you? I love it.
By the way, that is the thing that I've seen a lot. So on the special, do you remember I pointed at Daniel? Do you remember? In the gift shop. It's 2 like things. It says Daddy Daniel. But in the special, you only see me pointing at Daddy. So I was going, Carl and Sarah are pregnant. We're not.
Did everyone think you were doing an Easter egg?
Loads of people think we're having a baby. I promise you we're not. We're not trying.
It's twins! And we're calling them Adam and Adam. 2 girls.
One of them's a girl, yeah. No, we're not having a baby, and we might not ever have babies. So if you're holding out hope,
Yeah,
for
but
that,
you might not ever get married. Oh, that's right, you are. Yeah.
bit of a difference, though. And it's one day. Babies are like 21 years.
God, you're going to be a great dad, and you are going to be a dad. I can't wait to be there for it.
In 8 months.
Found out early. I've got twins. 4 weeks. I don't want babies right now.
I know you don't.
Shit. And our
So how you feel in 8 months when they're here?
Our biological clocks are ticking, not mine, because I can just.
And this is the best bit. When you have kids, Adam will get jealous, and then he'll want kids.
He'll have kids before
Great.
me, if he has kids. We've all spoke about this. This is a deep chat, isn't it? On the train home from London, we spoke about how much we want kids in a percent-wise, and they've both dropped a lot in the last...
Mine hasn't dropped a lot. I think a year or two ago, I was absolutely non-negotiable. I am having children. And now I'm like, I really want them. But I'm like 95% rather than 100. It's still really up there, but like it wouldn't be... If it never happens now, I wouldn't be like, that's a massive shock. Just because of how things have gone and how my life have gone. But do I definitely still want them? Yeah. Is it an absolute non-negotiable? Not quite, but it is still nearly there.
It's the greatest thing I've ever done in my life, and I've done a lot of fun stuff. And
doing
not
the
that it
Philharmonic soon,
isn't.
though, so.
Not yeah, that's true. Hopefully, no one at the Philharmonic tries to kill me 5 times. But when I was younger, I always even when I was at my most, I was going out and getting wrecked on the weekends, and I was like, yeah, I want to be a dad one day. And there's not a lot of lads I've met in their 20s who are like, yeah, I want to be a dad. Not that there aren't, and there will be some, but you've, since I've known you and since we've been talking, especially since we've been doing the podcast, you're like, yeah, I want to be a dad one day. And I know 95% is less. It's still a fucking landslide, isn't it? And there just comes a point that when you're with someone, you get to an age where you start just doing the math on the fucking, the clock. And
Exactly, but...
no pressure. No pressure.
Right now, our percent, because we're a team, is 20%.
Well,
And that could change in a year. We could go, do you know what?
Do you want to do some babysitting?
I've got
What do you do
niece.
Tuesday nights? Because they're a problem evening for us at the moment.
I love kids. I've got a niece who I love her so much, but it's different. You get to look
It's
after
got
them.
great being an uncle, though, innit?
Yeah, because I get to
Fucking
do all
class.
the sick stuff, and I'm the cool uncle. I've got a lovely dog she loves. But I just can't be arsed with a kid at 4 a.m. going, give me a bevy. No, I'm a kip.
Yeah, about an hour's enough.
Me a bevy.
A couple of hours is enough, innit?
Yeah, 4 a.m. I'm hungry. So
want
am
an
I.
espresso.
For breakfast. Bollocks, mate. That's the bit I don't want. I've shit me keks. Belter.
Deal with it and make me a cake in 2 separate moves.
I just don't want my life. I'm very happy and content with my life right now. And getting a puppy, I know you joke about it. It's still adding a bit of difficulty to your life.
No,
Yeah.
mate, totally.
Throwing a baby in there when you're happy.
My boy's been born.
Yeah, exactly. But trust me, it's hard.
I know it is.
Having a puppy is not easy. You've had one for a couple of days, famously.
I've had many dogs.
6 last year.
All right. Do you want to do it?
What?
Yeah, what?
Honestly, hang on. We need to watch that again.
VAR says I'm on, and he's farming.
Is he on?
It's a good joke.
It's not offside. It's a fucking 2-footed tackle on 6 women.
Mate, I am.
That's a good joke.
No.
No.
Wait, what?
No.
Ollie says check that. Ollie says check that.
VAR can only advise the referee.
Ollie's saying check that.
Famously.
It's offside. Ollie's saying check it. Oh, okay.
Check complete. Check complete.
Check
No
complete.
red
Yellow,
card.
yeah.
No serious foul play.
You can't
Yellow.
check VAR for the yellow, can you?
No,
What?
but I'm saying you can check it to upgrade. I'm saying no serious foul
Okay,
play.
I'll
So
take
it's just a yellow.
I'll take the yellow.
You can't take a
I
yellow
don't-
off
yeah,
with VAR.
I don't agree with your
6
decision, but I
dogs.
can't overrule it.
Only 3 of them were dogs. What?
Valverde.
Oh, I'll take it. I'll take
it's
it.
off.
I'll take it. I don't mean it.
I missed what he said.
How well, man. It's time to tell you about our favourite sponsor. It's Manscaped.
I sort your balls out, the proper hairy, and your wife's biff. It's out of control. I'm still gone. The handyman. Like your Uncle Kev.
How are the lids? It's time to tell you about our favourite sponsor, our longest standing sponsor. It's fucking Manscaped, man.
Yeah, really good for like your pubes and shit, but also the pubes on your face.
Absolutely. Listen, Halloween's coming up, and absolutely, you're going to shave your balls for Halloween, aren't
Is
you?
it Halloween or is it a specific one for
Because you can do your bollocks with the lawnmower, you
Halloween?
can do your bollocks, but they're now doing face stuff as well, aren't they?
That's
You
what
get
my-
the cleanest shave
yeah.
you've ever had with this.
Oh, it's
No one will be
amazing.
scared of you, mate, with your clean-shaven face. And with the handyman, you can do, your little stubbly neck, the bit that you don't want to use like the full razor for. They've got a handyman now. And with the promo code WORD20, you get 20% off and free shipping wherever you're at in the world. You're in Runcorn, free shipping. You're in Timbuktu, free shipping. Malawi, free shipping.
Runcorn, Timbuktu, and Malawi. The Beard Hedger Pro Kit is my favourite bit of kit that Manscaped have brought out. It's unbelievable. The scissors are amazing. Everything you get with it is quality. I feel my beard game has improved, and it's because of this. Genuinely, stop buying your dad, stop buying your fucking brother shit presents for Christmas or Halloween.
Absolutely. Since I got given this package, my sizzling game has gone through the roof.
Been doing a lot. Yeah, can see it. Yeah.
WORD20, 20% off. Free shipping worldwide from Runcorn to Malawi.
And Timbuktu. Go Vandy.
Go Vandy.
Oh, go Vandy.
What are we doing now? Come on.
Should we just raw dog some questions?
Let's get Randy with
Raw
Vandy.
dog some questions.
Yeah. We'll go straight in, no chat. Bang.
Oh, I let you raw dog me.
This first one is from Liz.
Liz.
Lizzo.
Liz.
Raw dog Liz.
We're raw dogging Liz. Hi, Liz. I'm a primary school teacher.
Who
And
do you think was the last person to raw dog Liz before she died?
Queen
from
Liz.
Philip. Yeah.
Oh, that guy. There's a guy, isn't there? Have you seen The Crown? My man, what's his name?
Paul Buddle.
Paul Buddle was raw
Come on,
dogging
Finn.
Liz. No, there is a guy.
What?
And he's like, I shagged
It was
the Queen.
Paul Buddle, I remember. Finn, what's the question?
No, there's a guy who's like, I shagged the Queen, and he's right. He was goosing the Queen before.
Yeah, that's in The Crown,
Did
is
you
it?
say Charles?
What?
Did you say you goosed the Queen before she died?
I said Philip.
Oh, Philip.
Before Philip.
What's his name?
I couldn't find it.
Just do the question. Do the
What's
fucking
the
question.
question, Finn? Fucking hell.
It's from Liz.
Why are you
How do
getting
you find it?
distracted?
Hi, Liz. I'm a primary school teacher, and recently we took our class of year sixes on a school trip to go to the car park where Richard III was found. Spending a day
Leicester?
in a car park
that
with
film?
60,
the
11
car
year old.
park where
Tesco?
Richard,
Found him in Tesco car park. Like 10 years ago, was it?
Yeah.
Richard III.
Yeah.
Who's Richard III?
King.
The humpback king from the House of York lost the War of the
Oh,
Roses.
yeah. Oh, yeah. What, Rosie Rich? Right,
Yeah,
go
yeah.
on.
The humpback king.
Spending a day in a car park with 60, 11-year-olds isn't quite as fun as it sounds. I'm wondering, did you boys go on any really mad or shit school trips? Love the pod, Liz.
Well, we all know that I rear-ended a woman called Wendy on the toboggan in Llandudno.
If you know what I mean.
But she loved it.
Did you do the Victorian thing where you dressed up as an old thing? And did you do that?
That was there.
That was your 20s.
It was my
No,
childhood.
uniform day.
Did you do that where you dressed up as a...
In a workhouse.
yeah, and you went some... I don't know.
Style. We went to Style in Cheshire near the airport, and it was a Victorian workhouse, and there was a schoolhouse, and you used to wear really uncomfortable clothes, and there was a woman sort of fake shouted at you, and you had chalk.
Yeah.
And she was like, "This is what it was like. It was shit. They were mean, and it was itchy. Now go to the gift shop."
I remember wearing a waistcoat for the first time ever. I was like, this is sick. All the birds.
We
were
went
like,
to Chester,
What were you going
Did
to
you do that though? Like the
the
Victorian
Roman thing in
I think
Chester.
that's where we'll have gone then.
Yeah.
Oh, you went with the Centurion?
Yeah, probably.
They
Yeah.
need to be CRB. Check them fuckers.
We didn't
Piping
do Victorian,
kids
we
around
did World
Chester.
War II. So we dressed up as evacuees.
Oh.
That's a bit insensitive, isn't it?
Yeah, we had like...
Also, P.S.
Knitted
Who's
jumpers.
evacuating Rill?
Also, what's
Hang
the...
on, no one.
People evacuated too, real.
No, yeah, exactly.
What's
No-
the uniform of an evacuee?
It was like a shirt, like a short sleeve shirt, and then like a knitted
waistcoat? You'd have loved it.
jumper,
Oh, with a gas
And
mask.
that's just what you wear now.
shorts. I'm always in that. Always.
A real
It's like a load of Mumford and Sons fans. Zums.
We had loads of shit school trips, like bad ones.
Colomendy, peg leg's going to get you.
We went to Paris.
We went to the National Slate Museum.
I'm sorry.
Slate, not the one on the docks here.
No, the National Slate Museum
Slavery museum.
in Anglesey.
The National Slate Museum.
Yeah.
That's now like a zip wire place, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
They made that better.
Zip World.
100%.
Zip World. It's just
Change
closed.
this.
They just
No, it's
closed
a
it.
zip wire museum. You can't go on it.
Zip World's just closed.
I'm seeing zip wires.
Right, listen, we're not doing the business. Slate is fucking boring. We've got a quarry. What are we doing with it? Zip wires. Like it.
It's literally a Simpsons episode when they go to the box factory and drive past the firework warehouse and all that. It's a slate warehouse turned into a zip wire museum.
Zip wire like you do.
That is better.
This is the history of zip wires.
We did Pilly Palace as well.
Pilly Palace is the little zoo on Anglesey.
Butterfly Place. It translates to Butterfly Palace.
Can I just say?
Yeah.
Been to Anglesey a few times.
Yeah.
Pilly Palace, pretty fucking cool.
Was it? I don't really remember it.
It's an indoor zoo, and it now.
You're more into the lemo.
Yeah, I am. Don't do cocaine and go to Pilly Palace. But there's a nice play area outside. I honestly think Pilly Palace is pretty good.
Remember when we used to play footy, Carl? It was good, that one.
Yeah, but you didn't get taken on a school trip to just play footy, did you?
Probably.
Probably at some point,
yeah,
yeah.
if you're in the school team, that's essentially what it is.
French
I
exchange.
was the
French
captain.
exchange.
7 years.
The cigarette factory on the French exchange. Famously, that might
That's
be the
Arctic Monkeys.
weirdest point.
That's Arctic Monkeys. Come on.
What are you talking about? They don't make sense as words together.
We went on a French exchange. This was 1823.
You went to France.
We went to. Yeah.
Yeah.
Your
Yeah,
tiny
yeah.
little nipples went to France.
What?
Your tiny little nipples went to France.
And the president visited today.
No. Is it?
I don't get it.
What is it? Which reference?
Come on.
You know that one.
Do I?
It's Bruce Almighty.
Oh, right.
The Prime Minister of Sweden visited Washington today, and my tiny little nipples went to France.
In my head, I was like,
Poo, poo, poo.
I was like, that is a weird episode of 2 Pints of Lager.
Poo, poo, poo.
I like her, do the cha-cha.
Go on, French exchange.
Cigarette. I mean,
Cigarette, something.
yeah, we went to a cigarette factory.
It sounds like you got trafficked.
No, they let us out.
Why did you go to...
Did you stay at some French person's house then?
Yeah. Veronique.
What are French fags like?
They are rough, like hard to smoke. I'm not even joking. They're fucking grim.
Hang on, you went to a French cigarette factory and you all had a puff on some ciggies.
We went to Mrs. Finch, who was French and married a British person. So she was like, hello, my name is Mrs. Finch. Right? She took us on the French exchange to Châteauroux. Right?
Sounds like you got blood in your stool.
Oh, you got some Châteauroux there. So.
Lovely.
Hang on, you went to Châteauroux and had some French fags.
Me, Bondi, Alistair was there, the boys.
How old were you?
I was 14, 15.
And it was all Biff the
Year
Central.
10. And they were like, cool, on Wednesday, it's the cigarette factory. So we all went in and you literally go around the whole production line. So there's like leaves. And I was like, cool, I'm going to nick everything along the line so I'll be able to make my own fags. Not realizing that at the end of the tour, they take you into the boardroom and go, who has parents that smoke? And literally we all looked at each other and went, like the whole class. Mrs. Finch was like, I am not sure everyone's parents
Was it
smoke.
Mrs.
And we were like-
French?
and we got 80 free cigarettes each.
This is the
60s were
1800s.
mad.
What the fuck?
This was 1995.
Paul Rideout, Manchester United one.
Yeah. And then we all were like, cool, now you've got some free time. So we went round the back of the bibliothèque or somewhere and tried the cigarettes and they were literally unsmokable. It's the worst cigarettes I've ever.
Were you a smoker at that point?
Yeah, we all smoked.
What's
None of
going
our
on?
parents smoked.
How
but
old were you?
15.
You all smoked and went to a French cigarette factory. and got
14. Yeah.
Do you know on the 95 thing, and I just say this just because you brought it up, there's a famous Liverpool song that we sing against Everton. It'll be sung this week because we're playing Everton, which is you haven't won a trophy since 1995, right?
We won the Florida Cup, actually.
Yeah. It's a big one.
The other day I was in...
Is that the Florida property thing?
Yeah, it's like we're 1-1 against.
They
Sorry.
played on the roundabouts at Chilwell 5 ways. Everton won it. I'm like,
Yes.
the other day, coming back from St. Helens, me, Alfie and Jack stopped at a McDonald's and the woman, like someone wasn't collecting their order, you know, and they shout the number and she kept going, 95! And then I got my phone out and was videoing it and trying to time it so that I could go, you haven't won a trophy since 19. And not once did I get it right. And then the second I stopped recording it was the second it would have worked as well.
Always the way. Yeah, we went to Paris just for the trip. But we
That
went
sounds
on
nice.
We're on a coach, though.
Okay. What did you do in Paris?
All the things you'd expect.
Oh, just all the classics?
Yeah.
Disneyland.
Yeah, Disneyland. We went up
You
the
went
Eiffel
to the
Tower.
Slate Factory and his school went to Disneyland Paris. Unlucky there, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were just smoking fucking farmer fags.
I've said this before, we went to Iceland. That was lovely.
Not the shop.
This country, yeah.
What kind of posh fucking school did you go to?
You've seen it. It's full of murderers.
I didn't go to any of these places, by the way.
How
we
did you
couldn't
get these
afford
school
it.
Yeah, me
trips?
either.
Threats?
So year 5 was Paris and year 10 was Iceland.
We went to Beatrix Potter's house.
Oh, I've been there in the lakes.
No, it was in.
Well, you've been lied to then.
No, maybe she had more gaffs, mate.
She's doing well.
Just doing, yeah. And I tried venison for the first time. They gave us venison burgers. That's all I remember. from that
Sorry.
trip. And we held an eagle.
Right.
That was all one
Sounds
day.
better than the Slate Factory, just.
The Slate Factory was also going to visit Menai Bridge and walk across it. School was.
Now, mate, your school
Yeah, it
sounds
was bad.
like his school.
That sounded like that was the most fun we were having in school, though.
Did you have
Slate
girls in your
Factory.
school, though?
Yeah.
So we didn't have girls. You had to give us something.
What, Iceland?
Yeah,
That's a fucking decent deal, isn't it?
yeah. It was a geography trip.
Cool. Fucking hell. Where did you go again? Colomendy and like.
The one I didn't do was Ullswater. Colomendy, Llandudno, and Ullswater were years 4, 5, and 6 in my little school.
Is Colomendy one of them like adventure places?
It's just a shithole in North
Oh
Wales.
right, no.
State
So, no,
stadium,
like,
right.
did you do like what was the ones that was round here?
Go ape in there.
like Nampy H. We did Penchling Cummer, which was like
Speaking.
three.
What are you?
We did have
Oh, we
So
did.
one day you're going to have a stroke sat there and no one's going to notice.
We did the headslip.
That sounds like Bruce Almighty.
In year 5, we went to
Penchling Cummer.
Wow.
Penchling Cummer was like
Shut up.
it's like half an hour from Rill. It's like by Denby, and you like go for it's like sleepover, and then you do like kayaking and
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, that was Colomendy.
yeah.
We did
okay.
PGL.
That's that's.
I
what
think
it is.
somewhere near
You
Shrewsbury.
refereeing, Patch?
Yeah, we did a PGL.
I actually did that.
Right, let's do some pet peeves.
Yes.
Oh, I'm ready.
That doesn't half do my head in.
It's such a good
I
jingle,
love
that one. It's from Alex Charles. Pet peeve: people not putting the trolley back in the trolley spaces when you're trying to park your car. No,
We've had it before.
have we?
Have they put their trolleys in the car parking space?
Yeah.
I've just left it in the one next to it.
That doesn't happen in my local Tesco, so I can't.
Very respectful Tesco.
Okay, yeah.
Finley Grossfills. Cool. When you get given a limited amount of condiment for your food and you somehow end up over rationing and having too much for your final mouthful.
Yeah, that is annoying.
So when you
You get given a little sauce pot and you're trying to ration yourself, so you're only
Yeah,
having
but
a
can't
little
you
bit.
just ask for
Just
more?
ask for more sauce and stop being a shithouse. No, that's not a pet peeve. That's you being a
I
shithouse
done
in a
that
restaurant.
yesterday with a Nutella Go.
Yeah.
Do you like a choc
You
dip?
can't ask for more of that.
It's difficult to ration a choc dip.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean?
Just get another chocolate.
No, but then you've got this more chocolate. You know what I mean? Like, to get the stick to chocolate ratio is difficult.
I just think you need to work on your rationing. That's on you.
I've always said that.
Or just go Five Guys where you can just make your own.
What's your biggest flaw, mate? Rationing. Needs
Probably
to be
me
better.
living room.
Carl, do you want to give a go at this name?
Yeah, Ooh. You ready for this name? It's gone. It's gone on a flaw joke.
Are you still on caffeine high or is
I
it
might
crashed?
get another caffeine.
Is it crashed?
If I'm enjoying wordplay that much, something's right or very wrong.
This is from Gusekiech Tarka.
Oh, Guseki Tarka.
Didn't know your uncle's listening, Finn.
Salam alaikum.
Alaikum salam. People
Don't
who are-
pretend to be fucking. Oh, to be fair, I
What
was.
is that? And also with you.
Yeah.
people who are sat behind you on the plane and grab the top of your seat every time when they get up and sit down.
I can't help it.
Swats.
I can't help it.
off! You do that.
I know.
God, I need to get my back. Fucking bell ends.
Expensive, them.
No, it's not that. I'm just holding it so that I've got something to hold on if the plane crashes.
No, he doesn't mean that. When you're getting up to go to the toilet.
Oh! No, mine's just like, oh, we're going down, are we? Well, I'm holding this
Hang
chair.
on. Oh, shit. I just need to fucking raise myself a little bit. Fucking pricks.
There's people who work
Dan wants a
downstairs.
new
I don't give
chair.
a shit. And they're awful. The old guy behind me come back from Nashville. God.
Also,
That was a horrible.
I love leaning my chair back.
Fat-handed like, oh my God, I'm gonna check something on the little screen. Idiot.
I love leaning my chair back, but if the person in front of me dares lean their chair back, I fucking hate them.
Yeah, but
thing
if
is,
you
if
lean
the-
back, you need them to lean back. It all works, doesn't it?
No.
No.
It's either one person does or everyone.
Yeah.
If the person in front of me leans their chair back, right, it is a war zone for the whole flight. I'm going. And at that point, if I'm behind you and you've leant your chair back, I'm like, oh, sorry, mate, just need to get to the fucking toilet here. Sorry, lad.
That's what I had.
Yeah.
That's what
I hate it, but I'm doing it to the guy behind me.
Are you leaning your chair back? Well, I'm just going to watch fucking Big Mama's House. Sure, I've changed my mind. Let's put Friends on.
He's shouting.
Yeah.
Adam, were you sat behind me on the way back from Nashville? What? So if you lean your chair, how
then
can
it's
you be
Domino's.
such a hypocrite?
I am a hypocrite. I hate it. Don't do
That is-
it.
like, if it's a
You
long
don't do
haul
it.
flight,
You shut up.
if it's a long haul flight, you've got to get back in your comfies.
No.
Only
Don't
I
lean
can.
back onto anyone on a plane. If you want to lean back by business class or first class, or shut the fuck up, sir.
Hang on, but you
Get
lean
extra
back.
leg room and then
but
you
you
sound,
lean
yeah.
back.
What?
But you lean back.
No, I don't.
I do.
But no, I don't. I want to.
I do.
On an 8-hour flight, mate, man's lying down as far
No,
as
Well,
you
then
can.
no,
do you know what? Next time we go abroad together, book me on the seat behind him, and I'm going to ruin your month.
Let's give him a.
Boys, can we just say, sign up at patreon.com.
I'd say you started
I want to go
about-
business class if we go back to America and just have Camp Allen like, hello, Mr. Nightingale. Lovely to see you again. I'm sure you've travelled with us before in business class where there's just 8 Sky Tories and me fucking touching your thigh whenever you ask. Would you like a cold flannel for no reason? Oh, it was amazing.
That impression is so good.
Have a lie down and I will look after all your needs. Big Mama's House 3, not even been made. I'll fucking make it for you. I'll do a little act out for you. Oh, Lord. Oh, child, you're in danger. Crazy shit. Oh, he's amazing.
I think I'm a kip, you know. There's no way that what he's just done's happening in real life. And he's in his camouflage jacket. What's going on today?
What, the camp guy on our flight to Nashville?
Big Mama's House 3. He's just wrote Big
David.
Mama's House 3. David.
Oh, is he called David, not Alan?
David.
enough to-
Alan's
Hello.
exit, mate. You don't want down the plane.
Hello again, Mr. Kuvaluz. Do you know he was so good at his job, he probably knew how to pronounce your name?
Yeah.
Kavalas.
Joe
It's
done my
like
head in.
Gulliver's with a K.
Joe done my head in about that when he said, welcome back. Like, you know I've never been on this fucking business
Look at
class
the
before.
fucking
You cunt.
state of me. I'm wearing jeans on a long haul flight. I'm an amateur.
Welcome
8 hours
back.
in jeans, man.
Right.
That's
I wear shorts every day to go to my tour shows and
By the way-
change in and out of them for the gig.
I have just remembered my favourite bit of that flight when we were in business class on the way to Nashville. We all got bored of sleeping. Fuck knows what time it was. We were all weird and discombobulated. And the 3 of us all just had a little hangout.
With a business
it was so good.
We had a business meeting.
Oh, it was fucking brilliant. It was
We
just all dead excited about going to
to buy a
Nashville.
venue.
Hello, everyone. It's David here. I assume you're having a podcast meeting. I do listen. I'm a Patreon. I've just subscribed because that's part of the service in business class. Would you like me to take minutes for the meeting? All right. It's like having a Sky, Matthew.
And that and that woman was walking around. Oh, remember her being horrible.
Oh, she had. She was very good at her job, is what I remember. Do you know I vaped on that flight?
I know you did.
Sky vapors. I had a little vape.
Sky Vapor
That's the
Stem Flight.
mild high club.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't. It was just like smoke. It wasn't weed.
It's vape.
It's a mild high, though, isn't it?
Nicotine.
Yeah. Nicotine is a mild
It's
high.
the definition of it.
We have enough of it.
Oh God, sorry.
Snuzz, like all the footballers.
Oh, it just hurts your teeth, doesn't it?
Yeah, but all the footballers love it.
Cool.
This is from Jamie Connor. Small annoyance. He's changed the name of the feature. When you've all pulled your Christmas crackers and you're ready to tuck into your scran, then everyone starts reading out the shite jokes one by one.
You're the most miserable cunt that's ever written in.
Part of the fun, isn't it?
It's literally.
You know what I hate? Christmas and the traditions around it. That's what I want. I want to eat me dinner in silence on Christmas Day. Yes. Who the fuck's that?
Oh,
Dan, do you have Christmas crackers with your nachos?
yeah. I don't. Yeah. Since Jack's been born, I don't eat
should
Christmas
do a
dinner with
piñata.
everyone else. You know,
You eat on your own. That's fucking awful.
I have nachos. Just
On your
You're
own.
going to have a roast
suits.
dinner again this year with us, aren't you? I'm going to make you some gammon again.
can you make me some of that pink lamb?
Yeah, some of that pink lamb.
I love that pink
Gammon,
lamb.
as it's known to everyone else.
Serica's coming, by the way.
Oh yeah.
So you're going to see Serica on an episode.
Who is she?
Yeah, she's going to be on the Christmas special we do again. She's going to come and say that.
Nice.
Don't tell Laura that.
Right, last one. This is from Gary. Pet peeve. Old people in general. Slow as fuck at everything.
Yeah,
Oh, but I miss my nana.
we all do.
No.
Do you miss her? She was a great shack. Sorry.
Oh, Daniel Nightingale.
This is a public. I really do. I thought about that the other day. I saw some old people just doddering around town. I had a great day yesterday. If Laura hadn't have come into town yesterday with me, I haven't drunk for so long that sounded like a sniff, didn't it? Yeah. Sorry. This I'd have got pissed. I'd have got pissed. I was
So
long
tempted
since
to have
I've
2
booze.
pints last night, but I knew 2 would be 6.
And I saw some old people just fucking doddering around with the same haircut. And I was like, oh.
Just pushed him in the sea.
Just a couple with and just dead old and doddery. And I was like, it didn't make me annoyed. They was just like, they couldn't even navigate like the door of Next or something. And I was like, oh, I miss my nana and granddad. Like they were having some banal conversation. Why
No,
can't-
you miss them being younger. You don't miss them being old. As in, like,
I don't miss them being super, super old, but my nana was pretty much nailing it till about 90.
I know.
Oh, she was smashing it. Till she was about 90. Granddad went a bit weird. He got like a bladder infection when he was 86 and he was never quite the same.
I think you should be able to assassinate them at ATMs.
I'd like to rent someone's nana. Honestly, why don't we just do like an Airbnb for nanas?
Has anyone got any left?
Because they're lonely. No one wants to see the nana all the time.
You got one left?
I've got one.
Oh,
but she
not your
doesn't speak
Turkish
English,
one.
yeah.
I'm not fucking reading.
I've got a Spanish one somewhere, maybe.
Nuna Nana.
Boba Anna.
Boba Anna 2 guy.
Doesn't she do the news?
Nina Nana.
Yeah.
I'd love it. Let's
does.
do Rent a Nan. Oh, it'd be great.
Adam, have you got any nans left?
Do you do like preferences? Like, can you filter it like Tinder?
Yeah,
Like,
not Turkish.
Big tits.
Oh.
What? Big nan tits.
Everybody needs a bosom for a pillow. Everybody needs a bosom.
Nans with big tits.
.com.
Must be able to make rounds of toast without anyone wanting it or asking for it, but then you do want it.
Nah, my nan was boss at biscuits.
Must supply blue ribbons.
Yeah, that was on there, mate.
100%.
Heavy.
Fox's Classics.
Breakaways.
Oh, never mind, love. I've had a mental breakdown and I've just been declared bankrupt. Never mind. Have a cup of tea. Lovely.
Yeah, my nan as well.
Right.
Is your nan still? No.
No, she died last year. I remember.
R.I.P. I remember it. I was there.
We're going to give some
hope not.
advice.
I killed her.
That sounds a bit guilty if you were there.
Yeah, yeah.
Advice?
Oh, I'd love to give some advice. Let me just think about it. Yes, I would. Adam and Dan and Carl and Finn to a lesser extent, but he's doing quite well with the prep.
If you want to do it, you'll be fine.
Unnecessary.
If you don't, you might do time. Agony out.
Go on, Paul.
This is from an anonymous dad. Hi, lads. Need some advice. I coach a lads under 11s football team on the weekend, which my son plays in goal for. He's not massively athletically gifted, shall we say. He's a bit lumpy. And we've lost more than a couple of games due to the goalkeeping errors, as lots of kids' footy teams do. But he's getting better.
Oh, God, you're
It's
right.
emotional.
This is how you when you were younger.
why I
the
got
fat
dropped.
goalkeeper.
It was him.
This is from my dad. Only problem is, this new Lithuanian lad has recently asked to join the team, and he plays in goal. He came to training dead lanky and towering over the other lads. In the second half of the Sunday League game we played, he got man of the match for saving a penalty. The lad is special, but my lad had to stand on the sides with me after half-time and then blame me when we got home for replacing him. What do I do, lads? I can't destroy my lad like that, and I feel awful, but also it's clear who should be playing in goal and that we could go on to win the league. Any advice?
There's a 6'4" Lithuanian. Grow up. Literally.
Your son's just going to have to learn the hard way that sometimes life isn't all fucking rainbows and blowjobs, sunshine, you know?
Don't
You're
tell
on the
that,
bench.
though. Don't tell him that.
Future EDL member here, innit? A foreigner came over and took your job. It's not good. But look, what you're gonna bench?
Got to play the Lithuanian kid. He's going to win you more points. Your son's shite by the sounds of it. Big
As
lump
me-
You
of
should be
cunt.
honest with him, though.
As
Or-
me-
Yeah.
Beg
Like,
of it
listen,
to
lad,
job.
look, you're a big fucking lump and he's not. You know what I mean? Get you a yo-yo if you want, though.
But what-
Eh?
that's
You'd love
lovely,
you'd love a
actually.
yo-yo, wouldn't you? Let's
if-
get you a yo-yo.
What
And
if
a
the
fucking
Lithuanian lad
Snickers.
gets injured in a cup final and then he has to come on like Loris Karius and his confidence is shot?
Then it is what it is.
Did you get dropped for being a fat keeper?
No, I was the best keeper in our league.
I have seen that. I have
way.
seen.
He is good in goal.
I was.
I
not
wonder what would
anymore.
have happened if like I'd have played up front against you because I was like the best striker in my league.
Clean sheet, mate. That's what would have.
What league?
Unstoppable force.
What league?
Adam Rose fantasy football.
The nighttime dream league.
What a goal.
How many goals is Adam going to score tonight? 5 goals. All in front of the Cop in the first half and the second half as well. Because we just played one way, because it's Adam's dreamy time.
Fancy goal.
Real Madrid at home every game. Top of the league, top scorer. Night, Adam.
Do you know when I couldn't sleep? Joe, when you were a kid, you didn't want to go to sleep. You were tired, but you couldn't be asked. My nan would go, she'd whisper in my ears, thinking I was asleep. Maybe this is insane. And she'd be like, I'd be like, I can't sleep. Just think of England. Think of Everton. I'm like, how the fuck's that going to help me sleep?
Think of England?
As in, like,
Isn't that
football.
what people say to women who don't want to shag their husbands? Just think of England.
No, but like,
Think of England.
she'd go, think of Everton. I'd be like, the shit.
Ma, you're stressing me out.
This is me nan.
Yeah, but you're going to win the Florida Cup. Oh, yeah.
This is me nan. And then
95.
to tell her just to stop talking because I couldn't sleep. Think of England. I'd pretend to be asleep. And then apparently if you whisper in someone's ear when they're a kip, it does things. So she'd start whispering in my ears and I'd be like, oh,
Your nan?
yeah.
What would she whisper?
Like, I don't know, like, you're good at sleeping, aren't you?
Your nan's a fucking psycho. I'm going to sleep in you, lad. Hey, you're such a good little sleeper, aren't you? Go.
Be amazing. You're fucking great.
That'd be like, you know.
She's trying to put a blue ribbon in your ear. Come on, you're hungry. Have a cup of tea. I pour it in. Carl's got another ear infection.
You can sleep. Stop worrying about sleeping. And I'd be like, oh, I can't
She was
sleep
doing
'cause
she was
fucking-
doing nana-based ASMR.
Yeah, is that a thing? Like whispering in people's ears when they kip? Google that.
It is. You're freaking Nana.
No, you think of Everton, but I'd be like, that doesn't help me. Because I get excited, because I loved footy. They brought me down, now I'd be a kip in seconds if I thought of Everton.
These are thoughts.
Think about Everton's 0-0 draw with West Brom 4 weeks ago. Remember how shit that was? Off you go to sleep, love. Have a nice rest.
What's come up is sleep hallucinations. So
Maybe it wasn't real.
Yeah, I don't think it was real.
You're dreaming about your nan whispering in your ear.
No, I was definitely awake and it do me head in.
such a
I felt
good
like going,
sleeper.
do you know how stupidly counterproductive this is? I can't sleep and you're talking in my ears, you daft bitch.
R.I.P. Imagine if you said that to your nan.
I was about 5 or something.
So is this your advice to this guy? He's got a whisper in his son's ear.
Whisper in his
You're
son's ear.
great in goal.
You fat get.
Oh, right, okay.
The Lithuanian's well better
Be more Lithuanian, you stupid little lumpy cunt.
Solved.
Be more Lithuanian. Great bit of advice.
Wakes up like... what's Lithuania famous for? Come on, Finn.
It's
What,
one of
famous
the
Lithuanians?
Baltic states.
Chips.
Is it? Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania. Is that Balkan or Baltic? I'm going Baltic.
It says that Anthony Kiedis is Lithuanian, but maybe it's heritage. So
And now all we
be in
need
the
to
Red
know
Hot Chili
is
Peppers.
who that is?
What,
Anthony Kiedis.
what are they
Red Hot
famous
Chili
for?
Peppers. The
Oh, he's-
Chili Peppers.
That's all Lithuanians famous for.
Yeah. There's an NBA player.
Fucking shit,
Yeah.
mate.
Right.
Go to bed and think of Lithuania. You'll be a kip in no time. There's nothing to do.
Okay. Right.
You're just gonna honestly, if you've got a kid in this situation, it's difficult. But you can't be a coach of a team and be like, yeah, this kid's massive and dead good. But like
You know
Tubbs
what?
is back.
What are
in
you
goal
going to
'cause
do
he's
if
massive.
Etta wants to be like a track runner, but she's dead slow?
She is slow.
Yeah, so what if she's like, Dad, my
I've
dream
already
is to
seen
run
it.
the 200 metres and win gold.
Well, we've done 2 sports days and you came fourth. You know what I mean? Like, let's get. I'll be like, you can do anything you want to do, but also there is stuff you're going to be better at.
Dad, I want to
than
be a
other kids.
rugby player.
He sounds like a shoplifter.
Jagger.
I'm pushing her on to performing arts. I think you've got to nudge your kids.
I think you could train Etta now, and she could be world class in anything if you give it from now until 18.
The flute.
Mbappe. Oh, yeah.
The flute.
learn
No one's. People are sleeping on flute game.
be a flautist. A flautist. A flautist.
Flautist.
She's going to be an actor, a comedian, or a dancer. Some sort of showing off that will help the fact that, you know, she needs to. It needs to be ADHD.
She's going to be a nepo baby.
Yeah, 100%.
The team I played for when I was a kid, the manager's son was poo, and he
Same.
played every week, and we hated the kid for it.
Yeah.
So
Oh, no.
he's just your kid's just going to be hated for it because he's like, you're shit, and you're our fella's the manager.
I think she's going to be the TA.
Retrain your kid as a goalkeeping coach
Oh yeah.
and get him to train the Lithuanian and tell a Lithuanian ignore everything he says he's shite.
And make the Lithuanian shit. Be like, oh, you need me now, don't you? Go when the ball comes near to you, close your eyes.
Just get your yo-yo out. I don't even know what it is. That's my Lithuanian.
Right, we're going to mix things up. We're going to do a have a word now.
What are you even
I
talking
know.
about? You should have cleared this with me.
This is a skate thing.
It's because it's going to be a good one for us.
But we've also got another thing to do, haven't we, Finn?
We have. I know.
Roll back.
Just the final 10%. Lovely.
I regret doing that.
Feel dizzy?
This is
Fun though,
from
innit?
Samuel Kitchen. Need you to have a word with my mate Liam. I'm having my wedding next year with all of the boys I went to school with, such as Liam there. This fucking rimlicker has pied off the wedding because his bird has tickets for them to go
Finn,
watch Taylor Swift.
I need you to start again.
My man's brother, friend,
No,
chief.
let Finn just start again. Give
listening
yourself
to
a...
Need you to have a word with my mate Liam.
Tall.
I'm having my wedding next year with all of the boys I went to school with, including Liam.
I think you're doing it too loud. I need you to do it again slightly quieter.
No, come on, do it properly.
In a Bristolian
Cut all
accent.
that out. Cut all that. Start again.
In a Bristolian accent.
Right, need you to have a word with my mate Liam, lads. Is that Bristol? That's
Honestly,
all right.
you're
Yeah.
when we ask you to perform, it's very good.
How weird.
Be more
switch it.
Lithuanian though. Don't. Go on, just carry on.
Bristol.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm having my wedding next year with all the boys I went to school with, such as Liam there. This fucking rim licker has pied off the wedding because his bird has tickets for them to go watch Taylor Swift in fucking Cardiff. We've been mates since primary, yet he's choosing Taylor Swift and his absolute slam of hab of a girlfriend over it.
Whoa, Hab. What the fuck's Hab?
Ham, sorry. Have a word with him.
Slam of Hab, you said.
Slobodan Milosevic.
Have a word with him and tell me what I need to do. Cheers.
You just didn't get tickets and you gutted.
It's his
He's-
wedding.
Yeah,
It doesn't fucking matter.
Taylor Swift, mate.
If he turned around and was like, lad, you know those Taylor Swift tickets we got, we can't do it anymore because that's when me and Sarah are getting married. It's going to be next year. I'd
wouldn't
be
be
like,
coming, yeah.
lad, soz.
Yeah, and I don't understand.
Like, I'll be at your next wedding.
Yeah, she's a fucking lady right now.
Statistically, 50% of marriages go down the toilet. Statistically, 50% of Taylor Swift concerts do not go down the toilet.
Fact.
100% off fire.
If I was his mate, I'd be going to concert.
I don't get this Taylor Swift thing.
Adam, you would definitely pay off the tickets to go to Carl's wedding.
Carl's wedding, not yours or
I've
Finn's.
never put him in that
Carl's.
situation. I'd change the wedding day.
Yeah, Carl's, I would go. But
Sarah,
the rest
what-
of you acquaintances in this room, I'd be going to
I'm
concert,
honestly
mate.
surprised. I thought you would back.
Nah, she's a bad
Liam,
bitch,
eh?
Taylor, mate. And she's dating some of these fellas.
Yeah,
Travis
the famous
something.
quarterback,
Trevor
Travis
Kelce.
Kelce.
He's gone through the roof, him.
Yeah, of course he has, because he's dating the most famous person on the planet.
No career before he started dating Taylor Swift.
He was doing all right, but he's playing every week
Is
now.
he good?
Because she's gone.
She's made
Dan,
him
is he
famous.
good?
She's made him famous.
Was he one of the best, or is he just fine?
He's absolute first ballot Hall of Fame tight end.
But he's getting picked like every week now because she's there, so they can't not pick him.
She's made him more famous. I didn't know who he was before her.
I didn't either.
Are we doing a meme? What are we
What?
doing? What are we doing?
No, his brother plays for Philadelphia, doesn't he? And they've
Jason.
got a podcast together now.
I've seen that.
New heights.
They're trying to like jump on the thing.
Travis Kelce is now playing every game. Before
He is now
that,
more
even though
famous because of Taylor Swift.
Even he's playing every game now. Is that what we're saying?
Yeah.
Before they were like, maybe we'll just drop this generational talent, potentially one of the best tight ends of all
Yeah, but
time.
people weren't calling him a generational talent like 3 months ago. It's because of this, isn't it?
It's because of
He's now got
Taylor's,
like this
because of
hype behind
Taylor's
him.
tight end.
I
thing.
think we'd
I'm
have
not
heard
buying
of him if he was a generational talent.
Oh.
Surely.
I have never heard of Trevor Kelce
No.
before Taylor Swift.
It's Travis Kelce. Did he play in the Super Bowl last year?
Did he? Did he help win it? Really? Is he the best player?
Did he actually play in the Super Bowl
Yes,
last
mate.
year? I watched
Yes,
it. I
mate.
was
We
high
were
as
there.
balls.
Get his stats up. I bet he had at least 10 receptions for
He's
95
getting like
yards,
19, 20
2
now.
touchdowns.
I want to do a poll. Did you know who Taylor Swift is, Matthew? Yeah? Do you know who Travis Kelce is? Did you before? There you
There's
go.
no results on Google before 2 months ago.
You stupid twats.
I didn't
Right.
know who he was.
I'm out. I don't want to bite, but you're making me bite. Oh, you're making me bite, and I feel angry.
Is he good?
Oh, God, he's so good.
Better than her?
At what? Yeah, being
life.
a tight end, she's never. Yeah, she's going to be good in the offensive game because she's got height, but she's not going to be able to block a defensive end. Fact.
She just starts singing. They go, wow.
Who did he play for last year?
Stop it. You're not allowed to join in on this. They can.
Who was
but
in the
you
final?
know who Travis Kelce
Philadelphia
I
Eagles.
do know who he is.
Yeah.
I do now. He's everywhere, isn't he?
He's had a podcast now.
is. Put your fishing rods away. You have angered me.
He's had a podcast now because of Taylor. He didn't have one before,
Silly
and that's a
bollocks.
fact.
Yeah, no, it's not. Silly bollocks.
Did he have a podcast before?
Yeah,
Taylor?
he's had it for the last 2 years.
I've never heard of it.
Yeah, it's brilliant.
Right, back to the have a word.
Shout out Travis Kelce.
I am genuinely
Unbelievable.
surprised that you'd pick Taylor Swift over like your mate's wedding.
Not his wedding. I would go to his.
But is it? I've never heard you listen to Taylor Swift.
That's because I'm sick of being judged.
We listened to it in the car.
You
loads.
listen to fucking country music.
Yeah,
I'll judge
and
you
look
more
at your
for
reaction to that, and that's fire.
Put Taylor Swift on any day over country music.
What are you talking about? She's a country singer.
Really? Not anymore.
She fucking
She's
is,
not.
mate.
She's a
Everything's
pop
country
singer
with it.
now.
Also, if you've got no taste in country, you're not going to respect me taste in. I don't want the homophobic abuse. Oh, listening to Taylor, are you big gay? I don't want any of this, okay? I don't want to be judged for me fucking taste. Just because you want to suck Liam Gallagher off. He hasn't done fucking anything since he was in that Beatles tribute band, and you know he hasn't.
Do you want to have a little spin on your chair? It'll make you feel better.
That is a fact, though. Liam
Taylor
Gallagher's done
Swift's
fuck all
fire.
since.
She's got nothing on Luke Combs.
Wow.
So is the Luke Combs the other option? Is that how many people would you sack a wedding off for of a gig?
No, the thing is, Luke Combs, I feel like I've always got an option to get a ticket because I know people who can sort that out. Taylor Swift, you know, it's
You
the
just
most.
got someone to sort you a ticket though, didn't you?
For Taylor Swift, yeah, but that's only because it's at Anfield.
Rocking all shit, mate.
And someone who works there sorted me a hospitality ticket out
Jurgen
for,
Klopp.
actually.
There you go, lad.
So I got lucky there.
So
but like,
just them two. There's no other.
no, it's not that it's just them two. It's just like the Taylor's going to this Taylor Swift tour. This is one of the biggest tours anyone's ever done. Do you know what I mean? Which is why.
But it's now bigger because she's dating Travis Kelce. He's helped.
No.
Yeah.
Who's
He's made it bigger.
Wait, here's a question. Who has benefited more in the social sphere from this relationship, Taylor or Travis?
Travis.
There you go, that's all we're saying.
So stop talking about him as a player, though.
He's shit, isn't he?
How many Taylor Swift songs do you know, Dan?
And more than Travis Kelce songs.
Name how many fucking running backs he's done.
This is a genuine question. What position is he?
How many what?
What position is
We've
he?
already
running
said
back.
it 4
He's a
times.
running back, I
Oh,
didn't know.
stop being silly pricks. He's a tight end.
Oh, yeah, tight end. Sorry, I've said that.
How many running backs?
Isn't that the one who like bashes people?
What?
Is he like, hey?
No. Stop it. He's a running back. How many running backs has he done?
3 this year, 10 yards.
So we're saying to Samuel, nah, your mate's in the right.
Yeah, he is. Your weather
It doesn't sound like his best mate. If it's your best mate, then that's a problem. If it's not, then
Well,
fucking...
he's in. They went to school together.
Oh, I went to school.
That's a long-lasting friendship. No, but the people from school that you've
Tell
invited.
you right now, there isn't a concert on this planet that would make me turn down an invite to Conor Loftus' wedding.
Absolute stonewall fact.
Lofto?
No,
The big loft?
He had, he had issues.
Oh, right. Okay, cool.
He used to just go sick sometimes. And just batter everyone.
Oh, really? Did he go berserker?
With hindsight, he had Asperger's syndrome, but
Yeah.
it was funny in school.
Like, we didn't know what it
you
was
didn't
because
know.
no one taught us. And we didn't bully him.
No,
But
we
like
watched.
he was like 6.5 foot tall in like year 7.
Was he Lithuanian?
He did. He quite looked. You know, quite.
He quite looked like him. We always said that. But like, other kids would wind him up because they knew what he would do, which was he would just start swinging his bag at everyone. Like
Oh
he would
my
just try
God.
and knock people out with his backpack.
And he.
I would love to see his wedding.
Honestly, wow, I would love to see his. If you're listening, Connor,
His nickname was Conker
Uncle Hink. Yeah,
It was what?
Uncle Hink. We called him.
Conker Donkelong. It was one of the two. I don't really remember.
Yeah,
It doesn't need to be true. It just sounds amazing.
it is true though.
Can we go for a break?
We've got one little feature just before we go for a break.
no.
Let me
You
just go
hungry?
and get it.
You look starving, you.
Conquer
By the
that.
way, Dan, there's a jingle on page 4 by the
is there?
underrated, overrated.
It's not on page 4, you lying twat.
Go on.
Dan versus food.
Have we got it?
That's superb.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this week's edition of Dan versus Food. Dan is a 42-year-old man with several food phobias, and every single week we get him to try a food that he's never had in his mouth before.
Hello.
You know?
You think I've not had it?
Here's
I'm
our
hoping-
glamorous
We
assistant,
were
Stephen.
racking our brains this week for stuff that we don't think you'll have tried. Just basic food.
Come
that
on in. If I could
Everyone
just have
has
this.
in the week. Staple of.
I can tell just from what's in that shot glass what this is.
Yeah.
Can I?
Yeah.
Steve, have you ever put a glove on before? What the fuck?
OJ Simpson, we call him.
Are you ready, Dan?
No.
I believe this is going to be
What is
spaghetti
it?
bolognese.
It is,
Spaghetti bolognese.
and it looks wonderful.
Right.
Can I just ask where this is from?
Casa, like
Right,
one of the
this is
best
going to
in
be
the
a
city.
really good spag bowl. So what you're going to want to do,
Hang on.
you're going to try it just on its own,
Right.
and then we're going to add a bit of parmesan.
What are you doing?
Whoa. No.
I don't know how
Spaghetti
to do
bolognese with a spoon.
Yeah, but
Oh, I'm so hungry.
it's too much. Right.
No, have you ever done a Dan? Have you
Which
ever
of these-
Well, let him just try it first.
Can I just ask quickly, Dan, which of the components of this meal have you had before? Have you had spaghetti before?
Yeah.
Have you had beef before?
Yeah.
Have you had tomato-based sauce before?
Yeah.
Well, then you're going to be fine.
There you go.
That's pathetic.
Shut up. It's hard for me, this. You
know,
can't. You
and
can.
we love you.
Shut up.
Oh, it's hard, these food phobias. You know what it's like to have food phobias.
Right, can I just
it's
say-
fucking food.
It's really hard having a Casa Italia delivered.
Listen. Just give me, like, you can't do portions. Everything's on. All right. That is quite nice.
Hey!
So this has got a bit of dick cheese on it.
Parmesan.
Yeah, it smells like dick cheese.
What?
I'm having a fucking spoon.
Spaghetti with a
I'm having my yum yum. I don't think he likes Parmesan cheese.
Oh, it's just tangy salty.
You're doing a fucking Robert De Niro impression.
He just made it better.
All right, I'd have it. Can you? Are you allowed to put a bit of black pepper on there?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I normally
I'd
do.
probably allow the fucking parmesan because it just smells all dead cheesy.
What, that strong cheese that you put on your pasta?
Yeah.
Smells cheesy, does it? It's mad, that, isn't it?
Can I just tell you, lads, this isn't bad, but it's not good. Is it?
Casa Italia spag bowl.
It's fine.
But you're going in for seconds, like.
Adam's about to have the best thing. Oh, look at that.
Because I don't hate it. I don't hate it, but it's not very nice.
Out of 10, Dan, on your scale?
Tell you what, that's not a great spag bowl.
Is it not?
No.
I need to make him a spag bowl for him to have a proper spag bowl.
Okay.
Full disclosure,
Spag bog.
what you've given me here is not one of my phobias. You've given me something that I haven't had loads of spag bol.
Fuck different.
But this hasn't gone in. So when someone the other day suggested cheesy chips, I was like, yeah, all right, yeah, cool, I'll give it a try. Yeah, like, this isn't a phobia of mine. It's just something I wouldn't choose. So, you know, when I was a kid and I started rejecting everything, my mum was like, right, he needs to eat something. So she made me cheese on toast and a plate of fruit. And I had that every night till from about 1985 to about 1997. And honestly, I wasn't scared of it. I didn't like it particularly, but I could eat it. This almost falls in that realm of stuff that I'm like, I'm not asked about that, but I'm not scared of it. You know, the soup, that's phobia levels.
Right, just you wait. Okay.
Cheese on
We've
toast
been
and a
too easy on you this week then. Next week,
Out
you go
of
into
10,
hell.
Dan. Out of 10.
Well, it's 5. It's just dead
Phobia-wise,
average.
It's nothing, and then it's just average. Like,
Just
I'd
dead.
give that a 5.5, 6.
It's pretty average. There you go. Sorry to be disappointed. I'm not trying to egg you on. Also,
you fucked it now.
the stuff.
Casa d'Italia doesn't
Not
travel
trying to
well.
what us on, Dan.
Casa d'Italia is one of the best Italians in Liverpool, but it doesn't travel very well at all.
I hope you like fucking veal bumhole, mate.
Just to clarify, Casa Italia is a beautiful restaurant. Don't want them pissed off.
No, it's a good, but don't get it delivered. Go and sit in.
I'm starving.
I'm not asked me dead hard. Fucking Travis Kelce. Now then, ladies and gents, it's time to talk about my absolute favourite sponsor. It's NordVPN.
It's mad that they're your favourite sponsor because a while back you didn't really know what a VPN was.
You know what? I'm not just playing possum, but I still don't. Can you talk me through it?
Not only is it a way to up your internet security, but it's a way, get off me. It's a way to sort of, you can set your location to anywhere in the world. You can trick your computer to thinking it's in any country on the planet, okay? So I use it a lot of the time to watch like the Premier League kickoffs that aren't shown in the UK. I'll set it to like Canada, watch it on a Canadian broadcaster, stuff like that. And if you go to nordvpn.com/have-a-word and get the 2-year plan, you get 4 free months.
4 months free?
4 months free, only at nordvpn.com/have-a-word.
Oh, wow.
But I have been a long-time user of NordVPN. It is the best VPN that money can buy. I wouldn't use another one if you paid me.
Oh, no.
Okay? NordVPN. Go and get yourself a VPN and you can watch, everything on the Ugandan Netflix, the Nigerian Netflix, which is actually, that's doing really well, the Nigerian Netflix, yeah.
Can I just tell you look really good?
I've been working out.
Yeah, I can tell.
Well, we've just been for some delicious Mediterranean food. I had a chicken tikka in a bit of bread. You had the same thing, but you had chips as well, you big fat cunt.
Yeah.
Jimeoin's here! How you doing?
I'm good.
Is that a fresh Liverpool shirt?
It is. I've just been to the shop round the corner. I'm trying to get tickets to the Derby, Liverpool-Everton game. So
Big Liverpool fan?
no, yeah, enough. Yeah. More of that than any other Premier team. Like, I'm not a pundit. I often watch it with the sound down
Yeah.
and, just enjoy it.
We've been discussing that recently in here. Like, the commentary is, the bar is on the floor, isn't it? It's
Well, not that. It's just so much I like the fluency of watching it with the sound down. It's just one of those things I enjoy. And
It'd be
but
quite
I
good
just-
if you could get it without the commentary, but with the crowd sound.
Yeah.
That'd be good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
not a bad idea. Yeah.
I could see that.
Didn't you have that during
Yeah,
COVID?
COVID.
COVID?
No, they did.
They did.
No, they just
They
had
just
the
had no crowd.
they had the commentary either with the awkward silence of an empty stadium or the commentary with fake crowd. They
There's
didn't
never
they
no
had
commentary option.
I thought they had just a crowd. Maybe I'm just.
They should have an option where you can just turn Steve McManaman off. That would be
Yeah.
a really good one for me.
In South Africa at the World Cup, they had something that could cancel out the
Venezuela.
it was Brazil, wasn't it? The vuvuzelas.
Yeah.
Was that Brazil?
No, that
South
was
Africa.
no,
It
it
was
was
South
South Africa.
Africa.
Yeah.
South Africa, yeah, the vuvuzela, you could cancel it out. So maybe some sort of app cancel commentary.
In
out.
Brazil, they had an option where you could cancel out all the women's massive asses
With big
clapping
fat
together.
batties. Yeah. That
The
was
big fat
off
batty
point, right?
button. Turn that off. Oh yeah, when they stand up, when like someone's through and going, they all stand up. Fuck off.
My
Stampede,
memory, and
mate.
I've said this before, of the Vuvuzela was having a balcony in my flat in Manchester, and it was World Cup time, and one of us bought a Vuvuzela just because it was one of the things.
know
Like
what
that.
Vuvuzela
Not that,
We
that's,
had-
that's something else.
No, it's
That's
It's
a clacker.
horn.
Vuvuzela's
A vuvuzela's a-
no. Oh yeah.
That's the rackety arm
That's
thing.
it.
Yeah.
So we had. Oh yeah, but do you know there's a toy that looks a bit
that's
like a
wi- that's the
Vuvuzela
window
where you
wiper.
whip
That's
it
the
round.
window.
Yeah.
That's the window.
And there was two crackheads having sex next to the canal, and we blew the Vuvuzela, and she obviously went, right, well, that's enough. They're blowing horns, and you could see him be like, fucking thanks, lads.
I love that the
Great.
only thing that was stopping them getting laid was a vuvuzela, that day.
I know.
Does sound like a euphemism for a woman's vagina, doesn't it?
Vuvu- yeah.
Yeah.
But
She had
Loads
a
of
lovely
vuvuzelas.
Go
vuvuzela.
and get me Vuvuzela.
The noise of these Vuvuzelas. How am I saying it?
It's Vuvuzela.
Don't ever say that to a woman. The noise of your
vuvuzela, I thought
vuvuzela.
it was.
How much? Is that you?
Yeah. I have lots of talent, you know. Something like that. I've never tried. You never try it, an impression, and you've never tried it before.
I wouldn't watch the World Cup with that noise on.
Oh, it was annoying.
Yeah.
Have you ever been with a woman who had a noisy fanny?
What, like I need oiling?
No, you ever made it like a little fanny part?
A queef.
But I've got quite a fat mons pubis. Yeah.
Yeah.
So if I am with a lady with also a little bit of meat on it, there is like a healthy slap on it, but never an
I'm not
individual
talking about
sound.
slapping a base. I'm talking
It's
about
all
like
a minge buff.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
It's a very, very embarrassing moment for the lady.
Yeah.
And everyone.
No, you're meant to laugh.
yeah,
Though.
but then you have to like sort of comfort them whilst also
Yeah.
pretending you didn't enjoy it. You have to be like, oh, don't worry about that.
that
Don't
smells
worry.
great.
Yeah, but
Don't
when
worry
you're in the
about that.
moment, laughing's not on.
No, I
Like,
think you're
no
meant
jokes,
to, I
no
know, I
jokes.
think you're meant to
We'll
laugh.
do a bit of laughing later, but so it's a really difficult moment, and you feel sorry for them. It's just awkward for everyone involved.
Nothing a firm handshake won't. You know.
Yeah, at the end of it.
Play on. Drop ball. Let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Penises don't make any noise, do they?
Famously.
Yeah.
I think
I've
seek
personally
medical
farted
attention.
during a massage, and
Oh,
then
nice.
for the rest of the massage, the girl was just trying not to laugh. Like, just I could feel the vibration of her laughing the whole way.
Which helped the massage.
Yeah. Which is, another level. Like the little vibration, she was doing that the whole way through it. But then I paid her at the end. I just looked. I shook her hand, but then I looked at her eye. We shared a moment together.
I was talking to a friend of mine, right? He's on tour with us at the minute, so he's opening for me a lot. His name's Alfie and Jax as well. So we had it looked like we were going to have a day off where we had like a day where we were just going to be away and nothing to do. And I was going to book us a spa day for the boys, little spa massage each. And Alfie was like, oh, I don't get massages because I'm scared of getting an erection. And I was like, I just don't, even with farting, I think a masseuse has been through everything it's possible to be through with other people they've massaged in the past. I don't think a boner, a fart, I think you could do a little poo and she'd be like, third time this week. I don't think it's like as big a deal to them as it is to us.
What if it's a foot massage? I think then that is out of order, innit? I'll be honest, love. Once you're at that big toe, I just shit everywhere. So I don't know if you want to take a break before doing the left foot. I'm not sure.
Surely they want you to get a little boner because then they're like,
No, I think they're pretty keen on you not getting a boner.
yeah, but I've always got one. Not always. I mean, like,
Or even now.
there's a little Thai lady under there. When I get a massage, I'm like, I'm going to Willie.
Yeah, I've never had a massage, and
Gay?
not, and not. I always had a little bit of a chub on.
Lads,
especially on your
Yeah,
back.
do you have a lot of that here where like you don't know if it is like a straight up for real massage or there's a bit more? Like, you don't really...
It's awkward, isn't it?
Isn't it?
Yeah. How'd you ask?
I don't know.
As you
I
get
think
in,
it should
and
say
she's
on the
like-
door. It's just it's quite simple. Massage, little emoji.
It's legit.
That's all you need.
I think with the best way to approach things like this, if you don't know, is you just ask them outright. But then when they react like, oh, you just go, look, I just asked to make sure. Like,
How would you
like,
ask?
As you're coming in, she's like, go on, just put your robe there. Just go, you're all right, love, yeah. Just wondering, is this one of the ones where you wank us off at the end? No, not a problem. No worries, just wondering.
Yeah, don't want to make it awkward. But, okay, now I know.
A friend of mine went for a straight up massage as he thought, and at the end, the girl says to him, would you like a happy ending? And he wasn't. And he went, oh yeah, why not? So she goes out. He comes back in about 15 minutes later. Have you finished?
That does happen.
That's a DIY.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah.
That does happen sometimes. They're like, you want to have a little wank, do you? Well, I'll just leave you, and I'll come back in a minute.
Subtle. You'll have a one?
Do you want to touch your own penis to the point where you have an orgasm? Nice one. Feel free to shit anywhere. I'm a masseuse. I've seen it all.
I have a friend that used to phone up those sex lines back in the 90s, you know, where they charged money for talking horny to you. And it was quite a bit of money, he got an erection before he phoned them up. So he was already, you know, match fit. You know, he was
Halfway
already
there.
ready to go because it was cheaper, saved money.
Jim, every time you tell one of these stories, you keep saying a friend of yours. And
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
starting to sound.
Dan, ever
Love
lady
Liverpool.
Either you've got one friend who is a completely open book and
yeah.
tells you everything he's ever done, or
Dan, if you were getting a massage,
Yeah.
just like with Adam, not like next door, you both went to a
Not
spa.
from Adam.
No, and she went, do you want me to wank you off to completion? Would you say yes?
What? Why is Adam here?
No,
Why does that-
because this is
why-
possible
why-
to happen.
Yeah, well, I'd cheat on my wife, but if Adam's 2 doors down, no. Because he's a grass. No, I'm not.
is it cheating now?
Listen, I've been told
Is
pretty
getting wanked
firmly-
off by a masseuse cheating?
I think Laura, my wife, would be fuming even if I got offered the
What if it
transaction.
was a masseur?
A man? Yeah.
Yeah, well then, you can't be cheating. Because I'm not gay. I'm just getting wanked off by a guy to completion and being like, so you fucking hell, lad, have you got vuvuzela?
So would you go, no, don't wank me off. I'm going home.
Yeah.
Do you know that joke
Carl.
about the Queen? You know, the guy broke into the Queen's bedroom all those years ago.
Go on.
And he's sitting on the bed with the Queen, says to the Queen, go on, show me your tits. Queen says, no way. I shouldn't even be doing this. That was
You
big.
know what
wasn't
I
it?
think has been lost?
I'm into it. I'm into it.
Yeah. You know, with the modernisation of comedy, I think jokes like that have been so lost.
Oh, yeah.
No one
totally.
tells jokes anymore. Do you know any jokes, Dan?
What?
Do you know any jokes?
No, go on. Do you?
No, I'm asking you.
No, I'm terrible with jokes.
I can never remember
literally
jokes,
haven't
but
got that recall.
I can remember a joke if somebody's talking about something is in relationship to that.
Yeah.
And then that way your brain can easily go there. But somebody starts telling you a joke, no reference to what you're talking about. You're like, what are we talking about now?
Okay, what do you think about England, Ireland, and Scotland?
Yeah. Oh, here we go.
What's your favourite joke ever? Have you got one?
Oh, well, that one's pretty up there.
That's great.
I like the kind of silly ones. Patty and Mary get married, and on their wedding day, Mary jumps into bed, takes all the clothes off, lies across the bed, says to Patty, you know what I want. He says, the whole of the bed, by the look of it.
Classic.
Genuinely, why,
well, I'll tell you
why
my
I haven't
favourite-
got the joke recall? Like Jason Manford came on, and you could tell he could have done the whole podcast with just jokes, but I haven't got the recall of it. I just don't have it. Sorry,
Mickey
Jim.
Mouse and Minnie Mouse are getting divorced. Hasn't gone well. Tits up. They're in court together. Judge is reading through the facts of the case, making his deliberation. Takes the glasses off, looks at Mickey Mouse, says, Mickey, just because you say the wife's got big teeth, there's no real grounds for a divorce. And Mickey Mouse goes, I didn't say she had big teeth. I said she was fucking goofy. That's up there.
The only one I ever remember, and it's so stupid, and it's because like my mum used to tell jokes all the time, and this was her one. And it's not even that good, but I'm going to tell you it anyway. And the reason it's so memorable for me is she would tell me this maybe like once a year, and then she would fall apart laughing before she really got to the punchline. Do you know what I mean?
I remember this.
But it was like every year she couldn't remember she told me before. So she's like, teachers in class, right? And she's going, right, class, today we're going to do the alphabet. So I'm going to say a letter, and I just want everyone to put their hand up, and you tell me a word that begins with that letter. She goes, right, so we'll start with A. And obviously the class are nervous, they're young kids. There's only one kid who puts his hand up, little Timmy. She goes, go on, Timmy, give me a word beginning with A. And he goes, arsehole! Right? And she goes, that is bang out of order, Timmy. You do not say that word. No, that is naughty. Don't be swearing. You know that's a naughty word. She goes, right, B. And again, everyone sees what's just happened to Timmy. They're not risking anything. So Timmy just stands up again. And she goes, right, Timmy, be good. And he goes, yeah, bollocks. Right? And she's like, look, I'm not going to ask you it again. Right? I'm not going to ask you again. She gets to C. It's cock. D, dick. And she's like, you're not doing it anymore. But then people are starting to put their hands up. And by the way, by the time she gets to G, everyone else has given up. No one else is putting their hand up. She goes, G. And it's just Timmy again. She goes, I'm not coming to you, Timmy. I need someone else. You've been really naughty. And he's just like, this. She goes, right, this is your last chance. What's the word beginning with G? And he goes, gnome. And she goes, that is so good, Timmy. Well done. It's great that even at your age, you know that begins with G. Well done. And can you tell everyone what a gnome is? And he goes, there's a little man with fucking big ears.
Is that your mum's joke?
Fucking. And row.
Is she having a bifter?
Yeah.
What's that? What's that mean?
But she's dead.
Oh, is she?
Oh, yeah.
She is, yeah. She was fucked to death by a gnome.
That's for you, man. Smoking biffs in heaven.
I can remember a joke, and I can remember who told me the joke. I can remember where I was when I heard the joke.
Okay.
If I have a good joke that I like, I can. So, Chris Lagan told me that the Mickey Mouse one, Paddy and Mary. I probably can. You just have to trust me on that.
Do you? I've been a fan of your work for a while. Last night, just because I knew you were coming in today, I went back and watched your eyebrow routine that you did on TV quite a while ago.
Yeah.
And I, up until we sort of got you in the studio, I didn't do my research enough, because I've always wondered why you haven't been on every TV show ever made over here, because you're one of my favourite comics. But you live in Australia, and you have them for a long time. How did that happen? At what point does a comedian based over here or near here?
But I wasn't a comedian. I was a backpacker. I was working on building sites. So
oh, wow. So you started in Australia?
I started doing stand-up. So I was there like a year, and there was a comedy night on. And I got up. Where did you go? I got up, and there was a comedy. Somebody put my name down. So we were in playing pool, and someone put my name down, and I got up, like totally naive. I started telling jokes. I started like, all right, here's one. And then they started laughing at the fact I was telling jokes, because nobody told jokes. And then I thought they'd heard it because they were all laughing. And I was like, oh, you know this one? All right, here's another one. And then they thought I was getting freaking big laughs. Not even knowing why I was getting the laughs. Like I was doing, I'm getting laughs here, and I hadn't planned it. And and then watched the rest of the night and went, oh, frig, this is the best night ever. This is like somewhere in between a play and going to see a band. This is like really enjoyable.
That is a good description of life stand-up.
Yeah.
Because you go to a play with your mum or your parents, and you go, it's too much. And a band, you'd be trying to. So this is, like Goldilocks. It was in between, perfect. And, I was hanging around with Irish people in Australia, so it was a really good way of meeting up with a whole new group of people. And then, just started doing it. And because I hadn't really watched it, that kind of helped me get into it, sort of really find a voice that I wasn't copying anyone else. So I was just going along with what I thought was funny after that. And then I did a little lot of lying as well. This lady says to me, I booked a comedy club in Melbourne. How long have you been doing stand-up for? And I said, 5 years. That was the third week I was doing it. And, but I had a friend, Bob Franklin, and he'd done loads of gigs with, Paul Merton and Bing Hitler and all these people.
Who?
Bing Hitler, who was...
Adolf's cousin. What's
That's a character. The guy,
right.
Yeah,
okay.
look at it,
the guy went on to become a big Scottish star in America. Had his own chat show.
Craig Ferguson.
What? Craig
Craig
Ferguson.
Ferguson.
Anyway, that was Craig Ferguson's character. Bing Hitler, yeah.
Fuck.
And I photocopied his little things, put them on a sheet, Tipexed his name out, and typed my name over the top of it, and then faxed it back. This is back in the day of faxes.
Oh, you took his CV and just totally...
yeah, exactly. He was cool with it, and got booked to do support, went down, and then, did 3 weeks, every night for 3 weeks, and then got booked to do like 6 weeks. So then within the first 2 or 3 months, I had flying hours that were like the equivalent of 2 or 3 years over here. And that was like such a great start into it, meeting everyone that was, doing comedy.
What year are we talking, AJ?
This is 88, the end of 88,
wow.
90. 89 after that, of course. Yeah. Skip a year. It was a leap year that year. But yeah, I ended up, and then I ended up just doing well in Australia. And I knew that if I came back here, I'd be like a Northern Ireland comic, expected to talk about Northern Ireland. I wasn't. And they couldn't hear my accent. They just thought I had a doidly accent, how's it going? Like they couldn't hear the sinisterness in the tone. They couldn't pick up on that, So they were, Jerry Adams and Ian Paisley were the only people on TV when I was doing it. So, it was just one of those things. It was just fortunate that I did it in Australia, and it was good timing and a good place to do it. Yeah.
It's so interesting to hearing you talk about your sort of exposures to stand-up, because I think a lot of comics have that. And I've never heard it described that way, of halfway between a play and seeing a band and the Goldilocks thing, which I think is fucking excellent. But it's that, isn't it? It's so many comedians and people who end up doing stand-up, they see live stand-up for the first time and just something in them goes, oh, I'm home.
Yeah. You find your people. This is my people. I've been looking for my people.
Yeah.
This is my people.
This is what I've been looking for, but you never knew you were looking for it. But it's just like, oh, here we are. Yeah.
I did everything. I did everything that wasn't comedy, like performing arts. I did theatre. My mum put me into all sorts. I did theatre studies A-level. I knew I didn't want to be an actor. Went to uni, and exactly that light bulb moment when I got taken down to the old Hyena in Newcastle, and I sat there, and within 10 minutes of watching Dave Johns compare, I was like, I don't know how to do this, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this, but I am going to be here a lot. And I got a job there. It was just exactly that, just going,
that's a
whatever magic is in the air.
That's a normal experience. People watch it for years and put a lot of pressure on themselves. I'd already done it, and I didn't even realize I'd done it.
Yeah.
It was the other way around, and then people going to me, you've got to watch comedy. Who's your favourite comedian? I go, I fucking don't know any comedians. I haven't a clue. I know Tommy Cooper. I liked him. What about all the rest of them? And then a mate of mine, he sat me down, showed me videos of stuff, and I've gone, oh, frick, this is an art form. People are really into this. Oh, wow, this is really tricky. Oh,
But you never got into that. You sort of just did your thing and it always worked. Did you end up getting like intertwined with the industry stuff, or were you always just like, I'm just doing what I do?
I started seeing people I really liked, like Shandling, in America, Gary Shandling, and just seeing some of his stuff, and just seeing other comics. You go, right, I like that. I really like what you're doing. And you're totally influenced by people you watch, and their tone or their type, like just the way their attitude. Bob Franklin, for example, that comedian, like everyone else was talking about sport, and he was talking about rubbish, absolute. And I was going, oh yeah, you can talk about whatever you want to talk about. It doesn't really matter. And if you can find something, and all the thoughts that I had that worked out into good routines, I had them as a kid anyway, so I already had stuff worked out in my head. I didn't know the environment that you could. Well, where could you tell these stories? Or who would listen to this?
Yeah,
but they were like thoughts. They were good comedic thoughts.
I think me and Carl went to school together, and we were best friends back then. And it felt for a long time with me and him that no one else really had our sense of humour because it was so stupid. And it's not even in my stand-up where that's come out. It's this podcast.
Yeah,
this podcast has become a sort of produced version of what we've done since we were 17. That in our heads, no one would have ever got it.
Oh yeah, and that's the other thing. When I started doing it, I was in Australia, and like no one could understand me. Like literally, I was working on a building site, and you'd say something on passing, like, and they go, Well, sorry, and that was no, just in reference to what you were talking about, and that. Why would that be in reference? Like, you know what? Forget it. Just move on. And I couldn't interact with people. Like I was talking. That's why I've probably got a visual face because nobody understood me. I was like spending the whole time trying to sell something. And then I went on stage, and not only did they understand me, but they found me funny. And it felt like I had this room full of people that I'd gone to school with. I'd like, oh, you get this, this. So that was the other thing that was just I found people big time.
There is something about that, isn't it? When something's just funny, and then you throw in a premise, and it's neither a joke or a story. It is just, for whatever reason, within the context of that conversation, and we can be talking in real life or this podcast, it just builds and it's funny.
Yeah, you add to it, and then someone else adds to it, and then
yeah. Try doing that in. That's why, like,
that wasn't one of those moments.
No, I've never done jokes, but like in conversation, a joke works. Like if you're just telling someone and trying to be funny, just being able to be like, here's the setup, that's the joke. But there is something magical about stand-up where you get to the end of someone's set and you're like, I'm not sure where that started, exactly where it ended. But it was fucking beautiful all the way through. The performance, the act out. I love it.
Especially in a magic
mode.
You can't see it coming. It's just, that's a good joke, isn't it, really? I did Vicar Street, and I watched Richie Bree doing support, and Vicar Street's got these little, like a plank in front of you, and you can put your beer there, and you're in the darkness. So listening in the darkness is like listening to a podcast at night. Has that real intensity. You can really listen to their... Like, I like listening to someone's act in the darkness, because then I can go, as opposed to that laugh that you do to make it look like I'm having a good time. You're like really watching it going, yeah.
Well, that's how we watch comedy. If something's funny, we go, yeah. That's hilarious. You go, yeah.
I see what he done there.
Definitely at home. You're watching TV and you can get out of someone, you've done well.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Oh yeah, if you've got a laugh out loud and it's on TV or on a special, that is a big laugh, isn't it? Because there's something about being in the room. But it's so much better when it's darker in the actual room, isn't it? Like when you get to a venue and the lights are all on in the audience, I'm like, oh yeah, that's how we leave it. You're like, fuck that.
Yeah. Or doing live at the Apollo and watching that on TV, you're like watching the audience watching the show. You're you're one removed again. It's not like that. And loads of people, even now, loads of people have never seen stand-up. Like, you meet people, that was the first time. And when I started, like, you knew everybody doing stand-up. Everyone get into it by some weird story. Like, Owen O'Neill told me, he says, do a poem on stage, you get a pint. So he'd write a poem and then get up on stage. And then, that led into meeting other people that, do you want to come to this room? They do stand-up, what? And then you're off.
Yeah, John Bishop started in comedy just because he didn't want to pay the entry. He got down to the amateur night at the Frog and Bucket, and they were like, yeah, it's like £4 in, or it's free if you're an act. And he was like, I'm not paying £4, and just signed up. And that was how he became a comic.
I used to run a comedy club in Melbourne, and we used to always get 3 first-timers, because they would always bring about 6 or 7 people.
Yeah.
You'd always bring a crowd, like, so just get 2 or 3 of them, and you've got enough to make the room work.
Yeah. Where's your favourite? Like, doesn't matter on size. You just talked about Vicar Street. We were there doing a podcast show in July, and it was unbelievable. Where's your favourite room to play? Doesn't matter if it's tiny or huge. What's
Belfast
the one?
is good because it's a good sized room, and I'm from that part of the world, and Derry's good. Yeah, there's loads of room like that theatre I was telling you about last night. Just walking in, you go, you don't know what you're going to get sometimes. I'm in Manchester, and that's a big rock and roll room, but being in a nice theatre is kind of like you go, oh wow, I wasn't expecting this. This is, a good spot. The Opera House in Belfast is good. Last night I did Crew. I'll tell you a story. Last night I did Crew. Raining. I've come out the side door, taken off. Somebody recognised me, and then this guy goes, and I went, oh, okay. I wound the window down. Go on, the Premier Inn just up the road. So he thinks I'm an Uber or something. And I'm going, what? And then he goes, oh yeah, we've been seeing, oh really? And the wife was coming, it's raining, and I go, get in the back, don't say anything, right? Go, all right, okay. He got in the back, and then the wife got in the back, and I'm driving. She's Premier in again, and then she's just doing that wee look going, No, we've just been to see. They were lovely. They drove from Ayrshire down, stayed in the hotel, and I dropped them off. But I just felt like it was a funny moment, you know.
Yeah.
Give them a
Last
lift
week,
back.
so Jack is doing all of the driving for my tour. And I think it might have been after crew, actually. No, maybe it can't have been kind of because we went for a pint after that one. So he pulled up outside my building on the docks in Liverpool. And me and Alfie are getting out. Alfie's staying in mine. And this group of 4 women from like Yorkshire come over and they go to him, Hanover Street, love. Hanover Street. And he went, yeah, 50 quid. I'll do it 50 quid. And she went, £50? We paid 6 today. You can fuck off. Right? And Jack goes, well, 50 quid. Oh, I'm not doing it, love, because I'm about to go home. So it's 50 quid or not. And she goes, I'll fucking walk. I'll walk, son. Then she walked in the opposite direction. As she's walking away, she goes, you fucking scouse cunts. And then she went, I can tell from looking at you, you're all in the IRA. And I don't know where that came from. Am I lying? No.
You're not, are you?
I know, yeah, are you?
I'm saying.
That's what I recognise. You put a balaclava on.
Is that how they're funding the fight? Just expensive Ubers? what price, Jack, would you have gone? Yeah, fuck it, let's go. Like if they'd have gone, all right, we'll give you 30, would you have thought about it?
You should have done it for £6 for the story. I would have.
He's got a lovely car. He didn't want these fucking absolute fucking Rottweilers getting in the car and ruining it.
Were they Scottish
No,
as
we
well,
don't
by
call
the way?
women dogs.
They're from Yorkshire.
Yorkshire. Oh.
They were really rude.
And they're
Call them women dogs, are we?
No?
Protestant by the sounds of it.
I saw another thing happened last night.
No, I reject your yellow card. Fuck off.
Sorry, Jim.
Another thing that happened last night, right? You know when you do a good deed, right? Trick is not to tell anyone, right? I can't do that. It was pouring rain. I've gone in to get petrol. I've come out. As I've gone in, the guy's turning the engine over, but there's no fuel in the line. Like growing up in the 70s, cars broke down all the time. Everybody knew how to fix a car. I could tell there was no fuel in the line, and there was a whole kerfuffle. The family were into the petrol station, and I've driven off. But I've gone to drive off, but I've just stopped. I can hear him still doing it, and I've stopped and I reversed, pulled alongside him, wound down the window. He goes, I've run out of petrol. I come in and filled up. I goes, yeah, but there's no fuel in the line. I can hear, you can hear nothing. You need to pump it. Just pump it. Don't try and turn it on. Just pump it. And then he pumped it 2 or 3 times. That's the creek. 3 times let it go. Try again. What? And he's going, and I go, don't pump it again. You'll flood it. Right. This is what we're told as kids. My dad always said, it'll flood. And then I could just try again, and it just turned over. Like I felt like a knight. I just drove off.
We're going to go for a very short break. Before we do, Jim, would you please tell us, you're on tour at the minute.
Yes.
You are coming to Liverpool, and obviously, we've got listeners all over the way up, but just tell people where they can find tickets for your tour. Is it jimeoin.com?
Yeah. And then a Ticketmaster or something, or maybe there's not. Anyway, it's jimeoin.com. You can look at that, and then that leads into,
All the dates are there, and if you've never seen Jim live, you've absolutely got to go and do it. And yeah, if you haven't seen any of Jim's work before, go and check it out on YouTube. There's so many clips you can watch, and especially my favourite one is Michael McIntyre's Comedy Roadshow with the eyebrow routine, and my personal favourite bit is the finding the funniest part of the stage, which is so unbelievably funny. I watched it last night. Let's have a break. And we'll see you in a minute. Hey, you! The podcast's on a little break here, isn't it? There's nothing for you to listen to. So why don't you do us a favour while we're on a break? Like this if you're on YouTube. Subscribe to the channel if you're on YouTube. Leave a comment. If you're listening on Apple Podcasts, leave us a 5-star review with a nice little comment. If you're listening on Spotify, leave us a 5-star review with a nice little comment.
Follow us online, all our socials, at Have a Word Pod. Give us a
Share
follow.
our stuff. If you see a video, like it and share it. It costs you nothing. Makes the world of difference to us. You know what I mean? Don't be sly.
Share it, you fucking lid.
Don't be a fucking rat.
Hello.
Welcome back. We've got some pet peeves coming your way. That doesn't matter. Things people write in that really piss them off. And you can add your own. Have you got any off the top of your head? Things that little things, not like, coming home to like your wife getting
things to piss you off.
Little things, though.
Yeah.
All right, little things, yeah.
Yeah, it's not huge things like my
Like
house exploded.
Potting the white in snooker pool.
Israel, Gaza, none of that.
No.
Leave that out of it.
No. I love how that's a pet peeve.
You know my
Middle
pet
East.
peeve? The Middle Eastern conflict.
Just war, you know?
Yeah, war in general.
It gets on my.
Give us an example, Finn. What have we got?
So the first example we've got is from Kai Brooks, and they say when you go to put sugar on your cereal and there's bits of coffee mixed into the sugar. So,
Who the fuck is still putting sugar? How old's Guy?
I don't know.
You can't be putting sugar on your cereal as an adult.
You are in no position to tell anyone what they can and can't eat.
Oh, come on. Sugar
Depends
on
what
your
order
cereal.
you build your coffee or tea
Yeah,
as well,
yeah.
though. What order do you
year
build
is
it in?
this?
Yeah. What,
You
how
know?
would you build your coffee or tea then?
I go coffee first,
Yeah.
and then I'd go sugar last.
You go sugar.
In a coffee?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like coffee, so I sugar
Yeah.
it up to fuck.
I don't
Tea,
know.
no, nothing tea.
No.
I mean, if it's espresso, I don't need sugar because nothing masks the awful ground fucking bitter taste of that. But my God, I like the feeling. Do you know what I mean? It's like having mushrooms. Magic mushrooms are the same. There's no sugar can help with that.
Yeah.
Have we tried that?
Sugar on them.
and
Oh,
cream.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Caramelized magic mushrooms. I'm in.
I like. See, my wife does this. Like, if I was getting sugar, like she'll make a cup of tea and a bit of sugar, and then, do you want some sugar? And I go, yeah. And then she pours, and I go, that's enough. And then she just does a little bit more. Like, 'cause she's a control freak. And like just that little thing extra, you go, that's enough. And you just,
How long
or
have you
my
been?
mum on plate, like, do you want another potato? That's enough. And then she just
Is there nothing?
I mean, that's on you for not realizing by now that just ask it to stop one before you wanted to.
Yeah.
Or do you think she'd figure that out and she'd be like, "Fuck it, yeah, that's all you're getting," and then you haven't got enough potatoes?
Yeah, yeah. Well, we used to pretend we didn't like something because if we did like it, she'd be going, that's enough of that. You know, if you were going, try those strawberries. Oh, they're lovely. That's enough. Whereas you even, try those strawberries. Oh, they're horrible. Eat it.
How long have you been with her?
My mum. My wife, too long. I don't know, maybe 23 years.
It's a long time, innit?
And then we were with each other for 7 years before we got married.
Very
I didn't
sensible.
run down the aisle. I saw loads of mates run down the aisle. It was all over in 6 months. So I was doing, steady as we go.
Yeah, you pace yourself, don't you?
Yeah.
Sorry. Just you saying that made me laugh a little bit.
Why?
But you're right. No, you've become very sensible in your old age.
He's a paceman.
He's a paceman.
I am.
I mean,
Didn't you ask Laura to
pacemaker.
marry you after about 4 weeks?
yeah, but I was fat and bald and like 33.
So there was reasons for your sprinting. Doesn't mean that
yeah.
makes me a sprinter.
I need to tie it down. And you can't talk because you are snail pace, mate.
Yeah. The snail wins the race.
Famously.
What is it?
Yes,
Slow and
it's
steady.
it. The snail.
I've been
wins
with
the
my
race.
partner 12 years. We only got engaged this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's better than starting at the altar and working your way backwards.
They only had sex 2 years ago, so it's getting there, isn't it? It's nice.
A decade in, let me have sex with you.
The snail wins the race.
Got all the fucking zingers today, mate.
Right, the next pet peeve is from Joe Durant.
Why do girls have legs? Have you seen the mess snails make? That's one of those. I just throw it. It reminded me. I
Come,
would
I
not
get-
agree with that joke in this day and age. But anyway,
Does it come, yeah?
Like pussy juice.
Oh,
I thought
it was already bad.
I went to blood.
Oh, God. That's a dying snail.
No, you know, like the trail a snail leaves.
A snail trail.
That, a woman could do
we've
that with
all
it.
got it.
If her pussy was dripping and she was like dragging herself along the floor.
We all had it. Oh, my God. Oh, Lord. We had
Travis
that.
Kelce's a fucking shit player, and he's lucky Taylor Swift's looking at him.
Carry on, Phil.
Joe Durant says, all right, fellas, got a pet peeve. Eating a really good sandwich, but the filling is too full and falls all over your lap.
No, there's never been an overfilled sandwich in the history of butties, mate. Tell you what's worse though, like people scrimping on a butty. You get a bacon
yeah.
butty from somewhere, and
The
there's 2
opposite of
slices
that.
of bacon on a whole sandwich.
opposite
Fuck
of
off.
that. Yeah.
Do you not think there can be a time where it's just messy?
Oh,
If it's a really messy sandwich, yeah.
it becomes like a gourmet burger. You know when I had a burger recently and it was just burger shaped.
Make
And you're
gourmet
like,
burgers.
This is nice.
Make them wider, not taller.
Yeah.
It's a good shout.
Yeah.
Okay, right.
Here's the thing, like no one relates to this. This is obviously an age thing, but this is just. I don't think it happens now, but sometimes you get a packet of crisps and you open them and they'll be damp. What? There will be a damp, and all of them are damp. And you'd eat it and you go, like, you were expecting a crunch. And it's damp, and you're like, Oh, I forgot. Oh, right. And then when you have the next crisp, you've totally forgotten. You ever play pinball and one flipper's dodgy? And every time the ball comes down, you've forgotten that it's dodgy.
Every crisp is
time.
disappointing.
And every crisp is disappointing. Like, and you go, oh, and then you think the next, and then slowly you start to
stale.
realize.
You mean like stale?
Stale, yeah. They don't come up as much.
No.
I hate that really burnt, cindery crisp.
No, what?
You know when you're like,
the burnt ones are the best.
Don't have to break your teeth, and you don't know if you broke your teeth or bit
oh,
it.
they're
Yeah.
bad, man. Oh, mate. They've been in the oven like 4 times, just like burning in the corner, like, take me out.
Yeah, it's like a roast potato. The burnt ones are the best.
Crisp packets are much bigger now, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's less crisps in them.
Yeah.
Like the
all
opposite
right.
of wagon
It's
wheels.
deceiving.
They're at their work.
Right, this
I
next
used
one.
to say, like, if you sometimes, apparently, if you took a box, if you sent a letter to the crisp company, they'd send you a box of crisps.
Just to let it go and can I have a box of crisps? Or
Oh, no, if you said, look, I've got a damn packet here. That was it.
Got to be careful
know-
where that letter ends up from, yeah.
I've got a damn
I've
packet
got
of
a
crisps.
damn packet and I want you to do something about it.
And you'd end up with a whole box of crisps. I don't know if anyone ever...
Did you know every crisp goes out of date on a Saturday?
What?
Every packet of crisps goes out of date on a Saturday.
come on. What?
Does, yeah.
Fact.
What?
Every single packet of crisps goes out of date on a Saturday.
For why?
For why?
For law.
For why?
It's international law.
Is it?
Yeah.
International
Yeah, I don't know
human
why.
crisp rights?
I think it's like factory.
From
workers.
walkers to lays, mate. All the same.
Guy's sister's girlfriend, I've got a different flavoured condoms. What do you reckon that one is? She goes, I think it's cheese and onion. He goes, I haven't got it on.
Because his dick smells. Because his dick really smells. Did you go to blood?
Blood.
Yeah. Animals.
If you don't wash your cock down, it gets cheesy and oniony, doesn't it?
Oniony.
Oniony.
Oniony now.
Onion.
That's what Laura's like.
Onion.
Good day for an onion. And a shower.
Plain dumb.
Right, this one's from George Bolus.
What does cock taste like, I wonder? Like, what's it most like? Cock
Surprisingly good. What?
flavour? Like, because people, like, pussy's a bit like...
Batteries.
It's like good fishy batteries, isn't it?
It's like 2p coins. That are,
Yeah.
Yeah, you've like left on the side.
Yeah. Like sucking a quid.
Like
Yeah.
like a snail.
Like putting your tongue on a battery.
So what's cock?
Dan?
Hey, you think I'm a fuzzy eater, but I know what dick's like. I haven't had fucking kebab till last week.
You're the only man in here who snogged a man, I think.
That's true.
What does cock taste like?
Yeah, that'd be a different snog, wouldn't
I
it?
guess he might have had the last cock that was in his mouth on his tongue when you snogged him, so you are the best place to have a guess.
Yeah.
What did he taste like?
Wrigley's.
Girls, can you write in below what does cock taste like? Thank you.
Just girls.
Girls and gays.
There you go.
So yeah,
We're all men. I want girls to talk.
George Bolus says, when someone asks you a stupid question when you have a mouthful of food and you have to do that awkward chew/swallow and then reply while they wait for an answer. Do you know when someone's chatting
Yeah,
to
I
you,
know
you
what
have
you
to go, yeah.
When the waiter picks that as the perfect moment to ask if everything's okay, you
Yes.
just put your biggest mouthful in. Everything like we meal?
Nando's are bad for that.
Purposeful.
I think you're allowed to just not answer at that point. If they're so bad professionally that they can't time is everything all right with your meal? If you're literally full of that is all the answer you need.
you
Like
think-
I've got a mouthful, so obviously it's going pretty well.
Do you think they time it?
Do you do time it?
They
It's
time
a-
it when your mouth's full so you can't really complain
I've
because you've
told
got
you that.
a
That's
mouthful.
literally what you do it, so you can't complain.
What, the Nando's in town? I don't think they're timing anything, mate. I think they're wandering around on ketamine, just doing whatever they want. That's how it feels
Or you
like.
get the punchline of a story or something at the end of an anecdote and just they walk right in on the... And,
Yeah, when you're telling like your big group of mates a story and you're just about to drop the thing and they come on, everything all right with your dinner? Oh, anyway, Jewish he was. Okay, doesn't matter now.
Go on, what were you saying? No, forget it. Forget it. You'll never hear that. No.
Punchline. Jewish.
This one's from Craig. Similar, I think. Pet peeve, when someone tries to talk to you and you've got headphones on.
I mean, that would make my job really hard, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I do that
That's a pet
I do that
peeve.
twice a week.
I remember having headphones on for the first time in the language laboratory at school, and we were fucking around, and Peter, he's got the headphones on, but he can't hear because they're those green ones, like from Russia, those old ones. And he's going, stop it, she's looking at it. Like he wasn't aware of the fact he was shouting because he had the headphones on. Stop it, she's fucking looking at it. She's looking at it. So,
Oh, what, and the teacher could hear.
The teacher could hear, everyone could hear. He was the only one with the headphones on, shouting his head off.
Yeah.
Solid.
It is.
I remember the first time I had headphones.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't take much to go. What? Like, if you just tap mine, it stops.
Fancy.
fucking hell,
Get
mate.
you. Someone's
I had a
doing well.
comment on one of my Instagram videos today saying I don't like this fella. I led on to him in town the other week and he just blanked me completely. Didn't even take his headphones off. And they mean me earpods, obviously, because that's all I wear. I was like, so you've said hello and I haven't heard you and you think I'm being rude because I've got my earphones in?
Did they like you before that?
Don't know.
They might have just not liked you. They were going to tell you they didn't like you.
Mad.
Mental. Last one from
Do you
Danny.
know why they have a left ear and a right ear? Why do they do that? Like, there's no real...
To fit.
Shape.
Yeah,
Oh, right,
shape.
okay.
It is now a fit. But it doesn't make sense on the old headphones where they're exactly the same. Does it?
Yeah,
Oh, no,
it
it does
works. It's
because
for stereo.
the things in a
Different
different
sounds
position.
go into each hole.
Yeah.
Stereo. Mono.
Correct. Good.
Keep going,
Words. Danny Cooper says that last one, and then we'll do some advice. Walking into a cobweb.
Yeah.
No? Anyone?
In Australia, that's a big thing.
I want it noted for the record that I did not mention Carl's mum's pussy there.
Oh, what a gentleman. I mean, you did. Didn't you?
What's that
I
got to
think
do
you
with
just
walking
did.
into a cobweb?
Because she got a dusty old pussy.
Right. And you walking into it?
It's big.
She's not dead, but she loves getting smoked.
She got a new fridge today off me.
Yeah.
Rest
Well,
in peace.
it's good. She paid for it. I hope she got it on
Rest in peace,
time.
my fridge.
You
$7 grand.
you tight bastard.
I got a new fridge and a dryer.
He,
No.
you know the woman who raised this man? Mm-hmm. He has just sold his mother a fridge. He didn't give her a fridge.
I knocked a grand off
A
it.
second-hand fridge. He gave her a fridge and charged her for it. Isn't that bang out of order?
How much
So I bought it for 1,400. She got
you bought it?
I bought it last year for 1,400. Sold it to her for 600. Bargain.
You didn't knock a grand off then, did you? You tight bastard.
It sounds like a grand, doesn't it?
I knocked about 10 grand off. Bought it for about 800.
It's a lovely fridge. She's got a new lovely fridge.
Yeah, she has because she paid for it.
She did.
Is it a fridge that...
It's an
You know, like,
American one.
do you ever go to someone else's kitchen and you just can't find anything? Like the fridge is married in.
Yeah, that's what I've got now.
Oh,
but I
right.
didn't have that before, and I ate it already.
I don't like going to someone else's house to try and make a cup of tea and you just don't know where. You don't even know where to start. Like, where are the cups? They're all, everything's.
Have a good rummage.
Yeah. So you're opening every single drawer.
It's a nightmare when you're bagling someone and you get thirsty. You're just like, I just want a cuppa before I take that telly. You're like, love, listen, I'm just here to rob you, but where's the sugar?
There's ghosts in my house.
Yes, they are.
Yeah. There's a ghost in my house. The
What
other
am I going to do?
other day, Serica went, there's a ghost in the house, and I didn't believe her. And you know, in the film, when only one person can see the ghost, and all the family are like, yeah, shut up. We always said to each other, if there's a ghost, we've got to believe each other. Because you don't want to be that person like, there isn't a ghost, and then we all get murdered. So she told me it was a ghost. I didn't believe her. And I went, no, actually, sorry, I did believe you. And then I woke up yesterday by this. Like, someone put their hand on my shoulder, and I was like, oh, that must be the ghost. And then,
Wasn't one of the 75 builders you have there.
no, it's 2 a.m. 10 minutes later, the smoke alarm goes off. And in my house, the smoke alarm talks to you.
And ghosts love cigars.
No.
What do you mean the smoke alarm talks to you?
So the smoke alarm goes, there is smoke upstairs. Tells you where it is. And it goes, I'm about to sound the alarm. This will be loud. That woke me up. And there was no smoke. And
Sorry,
the alarm
you've got a smoke alarm that talks to you.
tells you where the smoke is.
All right, Carl. Big fire in the kitchen, lad. Better get down there. I fucking started it just to see if you're on your toes. What?
So I'd just fallen back asleep after getting woken up by a ghost. And then the hall started going, there's a fire.
Carl, I think you might have a brain tumour, mate. I think we need to look into this. I'm worried about that.
Technology doesn't exist.
No, it does. There is smoke upstairs. I named them all, so it goes.
Is this your nana whispering to you again? Carl, there's a fire. There's a fire.
No, they've all got.
Your
so it's
granddad's got a fire going in the garden. Just some sausages, love. You love your sausages. You're so good at eating sausages.
Think of everything.
No,
No,
the
it's
smoke machine got a Scouser accent. Like the
No,
way-
she's a lovely woman,
Yeah.
but she scared me. But she tells you where in the house the smoke is, and then there was no smoke, and the alarm didn't go off. I think a ghost walked past it and set it off.
Right, so you got a faulty fire alarm and you dreamt that someone pushed you. I mean, I'm not trying to be a
See, you're
mythbuster.
doing it. Look,
Course
in the
I
film
am.
when I die, you're gonna go. I didn't believe him.
Who's going to kill you? Your
ghost.
ghost smoke alarm? Yeah. And also, if they're trying to kill you, they're not going to tell you where the fire is. Hey, don't worry about that. There's loads of smoke, but there's no fire. Go back to sleep, you knobhead.
No, I think he walked past, and because he's kind of a smoky being, he set it off. I actually Googled it, and ghosts can set smoke alarms off.
What, is he like a sheet over his
Yeah.
body? His ghost.
Why else would it have gone off? Who else woke me up? Look, he's doing the thing in the film where you don't believe the woman, and then she goes mad and dies, and the dad goes, "Oh, I didn't believe it."
We went to the most haunted places and none of us saw anything. Why is your house more haunted?
I just seen the ghost of my past relationships.
Every theatre you play in, they'll say there's a ghost in this venue. Every theatre.
Have you ever seen a ghost, Jim?
No.
Okay, good chat.
No. Well, neither have I. And I definitely haven't. And I've been to their gaffs where they're all hanging around.
You dipped your balls in a haunted
I
lake.
don't give a fuck. I'd be more scared of staying over at Carl's.
Hang on, have your sex life dried up since then?
What do you mean?
Since you dipped your balls in the haunted lake?
No, it was dry before. It's pretty dry now. Standard. Love you, babe.
Right, are we in the mood to give some advice?
Oh my God, we
are, aren't we?
are.
People get in touch with us.
Tell everyone to fuck off. There.
They were very gentle pet peeves, weren't they? They were
Yeah,
like, we're walking through a cobweb.
Yeah, Finn, they weren't very good, them ones.
We're burning through them though. We've had to bench Simple Pleasures, so we're going.
Let's talk about this off pod. Now we're talking about how the sausage gets made.
Right, this is from Anonymous. Yes, lads, love the pod. Need some advice. I think this will bite me in the arse at some point. I currently work a decent job in finance and have done for almost a year now. Thing is, I got the job on the back of a load of fake LinkedIn accounts I set up to give me fake references and validate fake job
Like you
experience.
eat early gigs.
Legitimately set up about 15 new emails just to make fake business accounts. I've never had any experience in finance, bar a college course I did, yet the higher-ups all believe that I'm some finance prodigy. I'm in over my head a little bit. Any advice of what I can do?
Keep your fucking head down, kid. You are too far down the rabbit hole to start getting fucking scared at this
Pretty
point.
sure this is the plot of Suits, isn't it?
Oh my God! Is the ghost back? Did you just do that? Oh.
See, this is what happened, isn't it?
What? Matthew
you're
set my smoke alarm off at 2:30 in the morning, did he? Yeah.
Probably
He
said it,
probably
wasn't it?
could have.
She was in bed and she was scared.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Matthew
I think
could
she's
do that.
gaslighting you. They do it eventually.
That'll
Doesn't matter how much
set
they love
it
you.
off as well.
They start gaslighting.
Honestly, what's the advice?
Fake it till you make it, Jim. Do you like it?
I like keep your head down.
Oh, God.
Don't say a word.
Yeah.
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 See, I wonder who it is, like a high up CEO of the company now, or head of that Wagner group that was killed. He had a false CV to get into the.
Oh, really? This is why
Look
my
how
interest.
he ended up.
Yeah, this is why interest rates are going fucking mental
Because everyone's lying.
because they're not checking LinkedIn. To be honest, you can't do a worse job than people have been doing in international banking for the last 15 years. So fuck it, just blag on.
You're big into your international
I,
banking news, aren't you?
I went to
I am actually. Since 08, pretty into it. Sorry, Jim.
I went to Poly. I got a HND. And finished as 21. Worked on a building site and phoned up an agency. Told I was 21. I was told I was 26. 1-2 in civil engineering, and they'd sent me to a job as a civil engineer setting out, and I was getting paid 750 quid a week, and I was just lying through my teeth.
By the way, having Jimeoin on is one of the best. This is the episode for this, isn't it?
Yeah.
Look at how well he's fucking doing from
yeah.
absolutely blagging his arse off.
Yeah, I give it a advice to my kids. You know, you gotta do a wee bit of lying. Like, just don't. You know,
It's what Finn did to get his job. He got his girlfriend at the time, but she's a cat-owning gobshite now. He got his girlfriend at the time to make him a video that got him the job here, and then he got the job and he was like, "Yeah, I don't know how to do that, but I can subtitle some videos."
Yeah, he didn't admit it initially. We were like, "Oh, we'd love some animation for the start of the pod." And after about 8 months, when it hadn't happened, it became obvious that his missus, who he'd now split up with and wouldn't do the animation, had done it.
Yeah.
Great blagging. Look,
It is.
we've not kicked you out, have we?
We made it.
It's a fucking disgrace.
Thank you.
there you go.
After all of that, you're going to be in India next year on a bike.
I met a guy sitting tight. He's watching something. What are you watching? And he goes, "Oh, I'm just watching a YouTube video on how to drive this digger." I've told him I'm a digger driver.
Yeah, there is a limit to this.
There
by
is
the
a
way.
limit. There is a-
Digger is the line, and then I reckon International
surgeon.
flight.
A lot
Yeah,
of
brain
people, yeah.
surgeon. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know much about this.
I wouldn't go past.
No,
No.
that is the line.
Pinnacle, that one.
Right, we've got a couple of confessions to round us off.
Halfway.
So
Yes.
what happens here? People write in things they've done wrong.
Gonna play the remix.
And we either give them absolution and say, you're fine, don't worry about it, or we give them a bit of penance. Just
Right.
sort of, you know?
We got the jingle on.
Sorry, Jim. We're just gonna have a little rave.
This one's so good.
Ah, it's a sneaky one. Right, let's go for it.
Right,
Go on, Finn.
we've got two options.
Go on.
Does!
Sorry.
Which one first? So there's either the gross one or there's the sad one.
Sad one.
Sad one first.
Still gross, still coming back. Still coming back from
Okay. So, as always, these are anonymous. Patreon.com/haveawordpod if you
sorry.
want to message in, or what's the email? haveawordpod@gmail.com. Hey, Lids, I have a confession that I need to get off my chest. I worked at Pets at Home during COVID, mainly just as something to do. We were given very little training. Honestly, it was kind of laughable. Anyway, one day we get a delivery of Venezuelan black Corey, and they come.
Who's he?
Is that a new action figure?
I've got Dr. Cody. I've got Venezuelan black Cody.
This is a funny one. It's not sad.
Yeah.
There's no way that we're not getting Jade to design us a line of action figures called Corny now. This year's must-have toy, Corey.
From Mattel.
Right. Anyway, we get a delivery.
Leave it there. Just leave it there.
That is.
We get a delivery. It's a fish.
Obviously.
It gets told later.
It gets told, lad. Aye, that story gets told.
Anyway, one day we
You
get
fucking IRA bastard.
we get delivery of Venezuelan black Corey, and they come in the little plastic bags you get goldfish in at the fair. To put the fish in the tank, you need to cut the top off the bag and pour them in. On this occasion, I was slightly distracted and accidentally decapitated one of the fish with the scissors.
Wow.
Praying no one would notice, I emptied the bag into the tank.
Yeah, it's a two-headed Corey. Don't worry about that.
Got him.
Yeah, it's a bleeding Corey.
Praying no one would notice, I emptied the bag into the tank and carried on with my day. Later on, a child came up to me and asked me why one of the blackfish had no head. I didn't know what to say, so came up with the excuse that some of them just look like that and it might be deformed. Do I deserve penance, both for decapitating the poor fish and lying to the child?
Dead.
Lying to children is fine.
As we've proved
Within
on this
reason.
episode. Yeah.
Was it not dead?
Yeah, it was dead.
Just say it's dead. Shut up.
Yeah, to a child.
Yeah, we've
Yeah.
got a really bad case in that tank of head foliofiitis. It's a nightmare. It's getting them. It's like bird flu. I mean, the lie to the child, you could, who gives a fuck? But if you work at a pet shop and you decapitate any animal, like that is bad, isn't it? I mean, that should be well up there on the list.
That is a
That is a come on.
Have you ever killed an
Shot
animal?
oil. Al Qaeda.
Have you ever killed an animal, Jim?
What?
Have you ever killed an animal?
Yeah, unfortunately, I have. Yeah.
Go on.
Fish. I've killed fish. I don't like kill. I like fishing, but I don't like, killing them.
Just
But
hold them
I've got blood on my hands.
Go on.
From freaking eating meat.
Oh, no, I mean personally.
I shot a bird once. She annoyed me. No. But I was a kid with an air rifle shot, and then I went over and it was dead. Felt bad.
Oh, what kind of penguin?
No, it was a seagull.
Oh, they're bastards anyway, aren't they? Fuck them.
You shot an eagle?
Not an eagle, a seagull.
Just in Ohio, is it?
Seagull.
I heard the eagle as well, though. Blew an
Need to
eagle's head
toughen
off.
up. That's right. I need to do.
I couldn't kill any animal, mate. Couldn't do it. I know you could. You blow voles.
Yeah, but
heads off for a laugh.
let's just be sure. He wasn't trying to kill this fish. He wasn't like, do you know what? Today's the day. Some fish is getting fucking Ken Bigley than he, mate. I swear to God. That wasn't what he did. He accidentally did it.
Ken Bigley was a journalist who got beheaded.
What?
Ken Bigley. He was a British journalist who got beheaded by Al Qaeda.
And now it's a phrase in Pets at Home sort of vernacular.
On aisle 2, a fish has been Ken Biglead. Someone clean it up, please. Someone's Ken Biglead, the black corny.
Can someone Madeline Mechanic, please? The kids are crying.
Any pennants?
Oh, God.
You can't be telling them to Madeline Mechanic. They'll leave it where it is and go for lunch.
That was good. Go for tapas.
I'd shoot a pigeon.
No.
We know you'd shoot lots of animals.
He said he'd blow a vole's head off.
Oh, that was being
Blow a what?
hyperbolic.
Vole?
Vole, yeah.
What are they?
It's like a little woodland creature.
Dan's family are like hunters.
Is it a bird or is it?
It's a little woodland
like a
rat
ferret.
thing.
It's a little
A rat?
gobshite, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Threatening my livestock. A rabid vole? Oh, it's getting his head fucking kicked in.
I don't think he's got any pennants.
No
or
pennants?
maybe. No.
I think it was an accident, but if this ever happens again, then people are going to start to ask questions. So your
must be-
penance is don't behead any animals till the day you die.
It said they had very little training. It must be mad working in them shops where you
Yeah,
just
but
like one day
I've
of
got to be
training.
honest
it's
with you.
like, off
I
you
think
go.
I could figure out how to not behead any fish. Like,
What training do you need to open a bag? Oh, it's bag opening training on Tuesday. Don't
Oh,
behead
my
anyone.
God. We didn't do Scissors Wednesday.
I thought it was something just like 2 Hail Marys and an Our Father, and you're back on board again.
Do that. There you go.
All right. No fish fingers for a year.
Yeah?
I can't even remember the last time I had a fish.
Yeah, me either.
No fish-based meal. You've
Yeah.
got to go without it. You've killed
Even
a
on-
poor black fish. You're not allowed to enjoy that tasty meat, which we all enjoy, don't we? A lot
a
of
Friday.
healthy oils
On a
in
Friday.
fish. Oh, I'm always fishing on a Friday.
What's your favourite fish, Dan?
What?
Favourite fish?
To eat, not just to look at.
Prize tuna.
is it? Yeah.
Yeah.
So like next week's Dan versus Ferd, if that was like a big fish platter, that'd be all right with it. Yeah.
That would be a major problem for everyone.
Would it? Yeah.
Would it?
Oh, dear.
Or when I puke everywhere, yeah.
Oh, that wouldn't make good
No.
content, would it? Oh, no.
I'm just not, I can't do it.
Do you like
You
yellow
you can
haddock?
and you will.
I'll shoot a tuna,
Do you like yellow haddock?
famously.
Yeah, it's like the smoked haddock.
You're gonna have some fish and
Yeah.
chips next week, lad.
Fine, that looks like the most
And
palatable.
Kippers.
Kippers.
And tuna.
Oh, no, Jim.
Any kind of sort of thin meat.
Few
loads of
crustaceans.
bones.
I know I hate fish bones. They make me
Yeah.
sick.
Lobster.
Oh, lobster's great.
If you do the
Cod's
cracking,
good.
I can't. I'm
Cod.
Cod.
Just cod, like a nice deep cod.
He's never eaten a fish in his life, Jim.
He had Donna me for the first time the other day.
What
Yeah.
meat?
Donna.
All right.
His
Yeah,
ex-wife.
kebab.
because I'm very healthy. I look after myself. You know, you don't work out this much and eat crap. Go on, next question.
What is it?
Next
Temple?
one. Right.
Round
This-
us off.
This is a pretty heavy one. Right. Anonymous. So, this is kind of a confession. It's also a have a word as well, but they've written in as a confession. Need to have a word with a lad I came into contact with a while back while working in Birmingham. Basically, I work up and down the UK Monday to Friday, so we were talking about hotels and things seen and done in random towns while alone. This is where he confessed to me about his mate's kink. I quote that because I'm 99% sure he was talking about himself, but didn't want to admit it. This is all coincidence. But that lad, let's call him Jake, gets off to wanking
Jake.
into the hotel moisturizer and then thinking about the women that are going to rub it on their face and body. I nearly slapped him and just ended the conversation and went home. What penance does this lad deserve?
He deserves to be put in prison. Why do we keep getting these sex criminals writing in?
That is against
Well,
the law.
he's not written in. It's his mate grassing him up.
Oh, I'm
Right.
sorry.
I don't know
it's,
many women that use just hotel
that's me.
moisturizer.
That's
Oh,
me.
sorry. It's too much.
What coincidence I happen to be on the show that she's written in on.
Which women are using the moisturizer that's already been, the seal's been broken on
And
it?
what hotels are they staying in as well? Oh, there's your cum moisturizer. Obviously, you use that at your pedal.
What if it works really well?
They know about it.
It's meant to, innit? Didn't Mild High Club try
Don't
it?
ask me. I just kissed a man.
Ma-
I didn't
ma-
rub his jizz on my face.
Mild High Club did it.
What?
Amy did it.
Yeah, it's good.
And now that podcast isn't a public podcast anymore. So, you know, God bless. Still on Patreon.
Best thing to do in a hotel is to empty the shampoo just out of spite. That's what I do.
Well, also, just in case there's jizz in it.
Yeah.
So the penance for this is jail, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Grass them up to the actual authorities for being a weird fucking cunt.
I agree. Anyone else?
Jim, how many Hail Marys?
3 Hail Marys, 2 Our Fathers,
Oh,
and a
shit.
glory be to God.
Did you do confession back in the
Yeah.
day?
Used to say the rosary every morning going to school, on the way to school, and then we'd sit at night, and then go to mass most school days.
And did you
on
go in the
Saturday.
confession box?
Oh yeah.
All right. Okay. What was your priest like? Was it a strict one?
Loads of different ones, but yeah, you just made up sins. You lied as soon as you got in there. You just token sins. Stayed out late. Was nasty to my mum. Rude. Just in there. All right. 2 Hail Marys.
It's 21.
That was last week.
Lied on a job application. Got a job as an international comedian, and that was all bullshit at the start. It's been a pleasure having you in, Jim. It's
Thanks
been
very much.
fucking brilliant. Jimeoin, ladies and gents.
Jimeoin.com for tickets, dannightingale.com for Dan's tickets, adamrowe.co.uk for my tickets, and Finn, do we have a song?
We do. This is from Bathgate-based noisy rock band Volker. This is their new single Run, which came out last week. Give it a listen.
Belter. See you all soon. Sign up to Patreon at patreon.com/haveawordpod.
Bye, Felicia.
Bye.